Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to the final days of the qualifiers. Today we get to see the final four teams that are going to join the top four teams from Group A to the African Pro Series. And of course, I'll be casting today with a different caster. It's Nonagon, guys. Hello, man. How you doing today?
I'm good. Black Matter, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. Welcome, man. Welcome. It's an honor to have you by my side tonight. We get to see the four teams, man. And we get to see look at the teams from Group A. By the way, we had PDX, Mashada, Sirix, CR7, and Trinity as the victorious ones to qualify out of these entire teams here. And now, who do we get to see in Group B?
All right. Group B elimination bracket. We have Cyclone. Have a couple of teams there. Of course, we have Cyclone, ICN. Cyclone, ICN, ASG on Nonagon. I think NATO and Streaks as well.
Do have some pretty big names there, especially on Nonagon. I mean, mind you, they were XN9 before, and they did have a very good performance in the previous streams, especially in last year's Deca. But now we do have the round 4 where we are right now in the bracket B. Cyclone, Hunt Nonagon, Eclipse Gaming, which we saw play yesterday, and NATO.
And of course, NATO. Yep.
They're gonna go against each other tonight, and definitely it's gonna be something worth watching, man.
Well, it's going to be watching. These are very established teams. For those who have been in the scene for a couple of times, for a long time now, you pretty much know that these are teams that are very, very established and they know what they're doing. So yeah, you're expecting nothing but the very best of absolute and excellent gameplay tonight.
Yep, nothing but the best performance, because right now this is it. This is the final stage of the qualifiers, man. After today, we're going to go to the Pro Series. And this is where, if you want to make your mark, you're going to make it work here. You're going to go away from all the teams that are packed in that Group B, and you're going to single yourself out. Only four teams out of the multitude of teams we saw just now are going to qualify. So you definitely know it's going to be fire. But now we get straight into the first map, Hardpoint, and it's going to be the same as yesterday. It's Summit, man.
All right, Hardpoint Summit, always very exciting, always very intense. It seems like we're already into the match in the perspective of Ra with that's around 7, around 4. It gets shut down, gets into the point. He's not able to even find himself, establish himself there. But then Eclipse Gaming already, pushing the lead right now, 4-1 it is. But then it's still very early to call. Contest coming through. We're in the perspective of Astro. Gets a player out. They have total control of the point now. Trophy system goes down for the man. He had that corner, has it very well. Shot the player down there. Trophy system goes out. It is 10-4 now in favor of NATO Gaming, and they're pushing the lead even further. This is the thing with NATO Gaming, Black Matter. So they have this very solid energy about them, and it seems like I was seeing a lot of that tonight.
A lot of energy on K, picking up a 2-piece earlier that, and of course they are not quick to make that tie. They will have to take that time there. The hail being contested by both teams, NATO Gaming, Eclipse Gaming as well. The Scouts is there, yellow with the Tempest, stroke that, picks up 4 early. Once at that, you can tell that NATO Gaming did not come to play. They want to keep their distance and keep Eclipse Gaming far from taking that lead. 2 picks, Astra picks it up, XM4, weapon in hand there. As we look for more. For 2017, Eclipse Gaming are taking back that hill, and that's going to be Astro picking up another. We're going to get a double, but Valerio denies him, shuts him down. Eclipse Gaming takes back that lead, and the hill time in their favor. Oh, Valerio gives them out of that hill and takes Eclipse Gaming, gives them back the lead.
Of course, they have the lead 34-20. It is not a very enormous lead, but then, I'll take it if it was me. But then we have, that was Onk getting sent back in there. NATO Gaming try to push their way through. Of course, they have it now. It's now be over on them to go all the way to, push them back to make sure they establish themselves here inside the objective. 41-26 it is. The lead is getting further away. We're on to Xavier. Is able to find anything there. Smoke makes it too evasive for him to get a shot, but then he knocks it in and shuts that off. Do they have early rotation? Of course, he's going to go ahead and try to make sure that nobody comes through. They have Of course, they have early rotation here. Predator missile comes in, doesn't find anybody. 56-26 is in favor of Eclipse Gaming. And we're on to Dad. Dad finds one, and that's all he can find with the operating system. Finds another with the onset killer drone. Finds another with the XM4. Another again with the XM4. Steel comes in, shots, I think like 3 players down there, 75-26. These are players that are, this is something that I like about this team. They have this energy about them. Eclipse, we know the players that are there, very pretty much established players. Valerio there shuts a player down, shuts another one down as well. They have total control now. Equalizer comes through for the man, finds one, finds another, seems to try to find another, but then gets sent away. They still have the lead, they still have points, but then how far can they go at this point? 99-26 is the scoreline, and they're pushing in for the next hill.
For the next hill, scrap time. The bread comes out on K. They will miss. And somehow they did not find anyone for that. But now runs into Valerio. Get shot down, right, puts him down. Now Ninja and Astro get numbers. Nito Gaming, they started out well. They had the lead, but now lost it to Eclipse Gaming, and they were quick to give the distance when it comes to the score gap. But now 106-33 is where we are. The hill time in favor of Nito Gaming. And numbers being found. Yellow and Ninja taking numbers. Now 41. The hill is there. They're racking up those points, trying to get to that 50. Trying to close in the gap. The kill feed all yellow, and Nito Gaming, Xavier there, trying to keep them away from the hill with the war machine. 2 men found, and now Ninja comes out with an equalizer of his own. Alright, boys, 110-53. They have the score difference now. They're close. They are there. They're keeping them out. Valerio still to be numbers. Eclipse Gaming takes back that hill. Scrap time in their favor. Red comes out. Ninja trying to find the value. Only one. Xavier falls. D falls. That falls. 123, 2 fights, a double, Astro that falls. The scrap time is done, and that's gonna be the next hill. Rotations, Nato Gaming out there first.
NATO Gaming there first, but then would they be able to go ahead and take advantage, because you have Onk going ahead to make sure that they don't find, establishment here on this hill. Onk holding that position and holding it tightly for NATO Gaming. We're on to Ninja. Ninja gets sent packing. Rai comes in with a war machine. He's able to find anybody. No, he gets sent packing. Eclipse Gaming did not come to play at all. Ninja comes back. He's able to find anyone. No, they're evasive. They're behind, and he gets sent away as well. Eclipse Gaming 149. The leads keep getting farther and farther away from the NATO side. That there finds a player, finds another one. Seems like he's going to go ahead and find another, but reload doesn't make that come through. He's able to find another as well. Find another one. That position seems to be working very well for the man. 157-59 it is, and Dad still holds that play strong. Now we're on to Xavier with the XM4 as well. Finds 2 player. A lot of investment, and it's working very well for the man. Xavier finds another all the way to spawn. Gets sent back in before Xavier could find him. 172-59 it is. We're on to Valerio. Now the claw comes out. He's able to find, of course, it's invested, and the claw seems to be working very hard. All the operator skills are popping out now. We're on to the Sparrow. Sparrow doesn't find anybody. Seems like he gets sent back in by that on the other side. 172-68. Contest seems to be coming through back and forth. Valerio with the onset killer drone doesn't find anybody. Gets sent back in. Why NATO Gaming seems to be trying to force their way through. They seem that the lead is, pushing, getting pushed further away from them, but then they still trying to, find a way to get themselves through. War machine from Xavier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Xavier is still standing strong. It doesn't seem like there's any way back for the NATO Gaming side. Or what do you think, Black Matter?
Yep, there's no way forward, man. It's a 100 score gap. It keeps Gaming and keeping them as far off as they can. Scrap time's the only thing that NATO Gaming can feed on right now. 5 seconds on that scrap. They are trying to get to that 100-point mark. 90 points they are. 9 more points left, but that hill has locked. And now the next one is where they will go to. Okay, trying to keep them away as much as he can. Ninja falls. Xavier goes down to a wall bank. Dictates of Valerio. Yellow and Astra falls as well. Back and forth. NATO Gaming somehow forcefully take that hill away from Eclipse Gaming. 185-97. closer to the point mark than ever. Ninja Ra, Yellow Astral Falls. Now they're past the 100-point mark. They are coming for that lead that Eclipse Gaming gave them. That lead they stole from them. Now the contest on that bridge. They come and seize them. That Annihilator will fail him. Yellow takes him out. Sparrow in hand. Takes a double. Valerio falls. Yellow falls. Crow taking numbers there as well. On K with the BFP finds right. 191 closer to 200. You may come close, but we will increase the lead even more. Eclipse Gaming might just hit 200 first.
Of course, it seems like it's going to happen, but then we'll need to let that happen. 191, 117, and they're coming really, really close. That's Rai for the War Machine, and the War Machine seems to be dealing a lot of war here. It has Hardpoint in hand, but then it gets sent away by the Eclipse Gaming side. Seems like they're going to move in early rotation scrap time. Nobody wants that. 191, 124 it is. Both teams moving in, trying to force their way into this next deal, but players getting shot off left, right, and center, and that was on K we saw earlier there. Now we're on to D on this side with round 1, 2 it is. It doesn't find any player there. It seems to be investing so much and not getting any reward. He finally gets one. Moves into the objective, try to clear them out. He already has total control here. It's going to push into Snow. That is there waiting for him with XM4. That's Yellow, comes through, contest coming in, but he's not going to let that happen. Equalizer from Onk, try to clear the point. It seems like he's able to do that now. They have total control. Onk is still standing strong, but then he gets sent back in 208. You said they were going to get there earlier first, but of course they've done that. They've gotten there earlier, 209, but then it doesn't seem like it's going to be smooth sailing for them because contest still keeps coming through from the NATO gaming side. Still onto Onk, still fighting really strong. 212 it is all the way to Snow. Contest coming through, back all to the first heal again. 218, 143 it is right now, and we're on to Xavier.
On to Xavier indeed. Yellow 3-piece XM4. That was smooth. And the man just absolutely holding position there. And now the hill, we're back to the center there. Savarumi will be. Now the bread comes out, finds one. That's 219. Getting closer there. 30 more points, but he'll take it away from them. And Angel Gaming trying to rack up more points. 150, the drone kills. Gonna come out. Xavier finds steal with that. And Yellow finds Crow. That's one down as well. 20, 160. The hill is there. They are trying to make it work despite the gap. And Angel Gaming are starting to do it. Closer to 170. And now back and forth. Ninja will fall. Valerio finds one. The trade comes through on his end. Yellow finds him. Now Crow will fall as well. That falls as well. NATO Gaming are closer than ever. Scrap times in their favor. XM4 Retro. He sees the man there in hand. Gets taken down. Astro rather. Ninja D, Yellow will fall. That's Eclipse Gaming trying to contest back for that hill and take that scrap time back to favor. Valeria Machine Pistol through the smoke. Not able to find any value though. Scrap time is there. Rotations onto that next hill. They are trying to get them first. NATO Gaming are fighting for that hill. And that's Ninja with the PFP trying to keep them out. Now Astro comes out with a claw, hopefully to mow them down and get them that lead. There's a contest there, but who gets shut down? Not able to pick up anyone there. Ninja finds one there. 20 more points left. NATO Gaming running out of time, but Yellow comes out with a Sparrow spray and through the smoke. On K with a God name finds Astro. Now Yellow will fall. Xavier falls as well. 233, 182. The hill taking back again. Eclipse Gaming is back and forth. You can't afford to get complacent. 4-man picked up by that. That's with the XM4. Now Equalizer. Okay! 2-piece picked up. 245. 5 more points there. Xavier with the War Machine fights right. Xavier falls. Astro. Now Equalizer from on K. It's back and forth. 1 more points left. And that's it. Eclipse Gaming take it home.
No surprise at all. They came in with the energy earlier and they've gotten the reward. That's what you expect for, such hard work. Eclipse Gaming there, taking the first map of the night happening back there at Summit. That happened back there at Summit, Hardpoint. Solid Hardpoint side, the lineup of players. If you've seen them play, like you can see the replay right there. That was Astro earlier coming in with a 2-piece. Of course, they're going ahead. And that's Valerio on the other side as well with, I think was able to find 1 and 2 there. And excellent gameplay from both sides anyway. But then, it has to go to the team that has the energy, that has the strategy, the composure, and also a very good command of timing. I think that's what has worked for the Eclipse Gaming side, being able to use, their time well.
Being able to use their time well, and you can tell that at some point it was starting to look like Eclipse Gaming were going to choke Because was it just me, or was NATO Gaming really fighting really hard when it comes to just securing the heal times, especially when it comes to scrap times? At some point, it was starting to look like, okay, look, these guys were feeding on scrap times, but NATO Gaming say, hey, we started out this hard point, we by leading in terms of points. So what is going on? How did Eclipse Gaming now take things from us and give us this large of a gap? At some point, we saw 100 points gap, and NATO Gaming locked in and said, okay, look, Eclipse Gaming realized that, oh, hey, we may be ahead, but we can't afford to get complacent with these guys.
A lot of mind game, a lot of, that's why I said, being able to use their time well. It felt like they were slacking, but that wasn't really the point from where I say it. It felt like they were just giving them the scrap time, to feed on. When you start feeding on scrap time, then you should know that something is wrong. When scrap time becomes very important to you, you should know that, something is wrong, because you're just trying to, get a little bit of, crumbs here and there to sort of beef up your point. But while you're doing that, the team that uses their time well are already in for, early rotation. As you can see on the match details there, on K with 44-35 in terms of KD there, and 118. He was the man holding that point strongly for the team. Xavier there, Kroll 35, Dad with 42, Valerio 41-35 all the way and to the NATO Gaming side. Did very well, but then you can see IS there is 107 from Rai in terms of objective time.
I mean, look at the impact time as well. 196. That's
of
cool.
Course. Of
the
course.
The man impressive, man. The only person coming that close to him is being Xavier, and we know what he did with that war machine, man.
Yeah, Xavier with the war machine was pretty much a menace there. Serious disturbance. And that's what you expect, being able to, hold it so strongly that the other team, doesn't find their way through, being able to, go ahead and get that dominance. But then we're going into the next match of the night. What do you think? What are your predictions? Will we see some sort of comeback here, or is it going to be smooth sailing for Eclipse Gaming tonight? I don't know.
It's S&D on Fiery Range, right? It's a different game. It's a different game mode. It's a different map. These guys can afford to just maybe test the waters a little bit. Eclipse Gaming, though, you can't afford to test the waters. NATO's Gaming, at some point, they're going to ask themselves, what was the thing that made us lose that lead? And we need to make sure that that doesn't happen in S&D. If we do start out as leading in points, we can't afford to choke it out. We can't afford to choke the whole thing again and end it in a 2-0 loss. That's not going to be good. And if you're Eclipse Gaming, that's exactly what you want to do. You also want to make sure, even if you're behind when it comes to the rounds, you want to get back the lead. You did it in the hard point. Why not do it again?
Yeah, of course. And you also know that this is a different map, a different mode entirely. The approach to the mode is always different, and there are teams that will fall short in a particular mode, but then come up to speed on the next mode. We have players there like Yellow. They're actually very, very solid S&D players. So maybe they might be able to go ahead and, and show something different tonight.
That word there, different. That's what I want to see. I want to see that on the side of NATO Gaming. I want to see different gameplay. I don't want where we get 100 points score difference. I don't want a situation in S&D where we get 6-0 turning to 6-2. I don't want that. I want NATO Gaming to show me that, okay, we're still in this Black Matter. We still have more substance. Still hold that faith we've got in us. I mean, we've seen NATO Gaming play. We've seen what they can do. Eclipse Gaming as well. They are no slouch either on their side. We saw them play yesterday. We know what they can do. We know what they did to teams, and now they are playing again. Now it's S&D. This is your chance to end things off. 2-0. Go home. You proceed. You don't have to stress things out. You don't even have to even hope, okay, maybe if NATO Gaming pull something off, maybe my gambling control. No, don't even have that mindset. End things here. End things now.
Of course, we expect that to happen here tonight. Psychology also there, morale dampening also there, especially when you already lost a map. Your morale can really go down. But then hopefully they'll be able to talk to themselves, because that's also very important, being able to, talk to yourself and, correct where you think that you went wrong and come in stronger. Hopefully NATO will be able to find, that footing, because that's what we expect, especially if you're playing at this level. We want to see that you actually deserve to be here. All right. You deserve to be here. Being here is not enough. You have to show that you deserve to be here. So yeah, let's I would want to see that kind of I don't want to call it surprise, but then I want to see that kind of expertise because that's what is expected. Show that expertise tonight. NATO Gaming, you have that challenge. Go ahead. Let's see what you. I'm not taking side for them. I'm expecting that as a team, they're gonna go ahead and show us something fun tonight.
Yeah, show expertise, show something fun. You heard Onaga, you want to see that NATO Gaming. If any of your players, any of your fans are watching, that's what Onaga wants to see from you guys tonight. And of course, I want to speak of psychology here. You did mention that, and I wanted to talk about what happened in the Decaland last year, the season 5 finals, right? We saw a situation where S7 dropped 2 maps back-to-back to XN9, and we were wondering, okay, one more dropped, and could this be it? They dropped the third one, and then we had to go for a short break, and then we don't know what the team captain, the S7 team captain, said to themselves, to the team members during that short period of time, but he definitely did something, because now we saw them took 3 back-to-back maps, and we're like, okay, look,
of course,
what did he tell them?
Exactly. That's what you expect. Being able to, there are times that it seems like everything is falling apart, and then you hear something that just, boom. And that's what we want to see tonight. Hopefully, they'll be able to go ahead, especially the captain, the managers, everybody, being able to stand behind the players to say, look, this is where you're making the mistake. Look at this, and you'll be able to correct this and then come back stronger. So, yeah, hopefully you'll be able to see that tonight. Entry into firing range, S&D, one of the map that they call bread and butter. If you play S&D very well, pretty much you know how beautiful and how very sneaky this map is. This is a very sneaky map. You could be somewhere, you think you're behind the wall, you think you're behind cover, but then you get those very devious, dangerous wall bangs. Hopefully we will not, on the side of the players, hopefully they won't see any of that tonight. But then the match has started in earnest, and we're in the perspective of Instinct all the way to Onke on the Eclipse Gaming side. Everybody trying to be very respectful here. We're not seeing any sniper yet. We finally seen one from Crawl, and inside as well on the other side.
And of course, 5v5 now. We are seeing numbers still preserved there. Maybe a little round 1 shy. And NATO Gaming now on the other side, the blue side, and Eclipse Gaming on the okay, you can see we flipped a little bit their production, but that's fine. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's correct actually. That's me. But then the other one starts with planting the bomb. Eclipse Gaming, and of course NATO Gaming starts with defusing the bomb, and Crew just waiting out for that target that's just gonna walk into his scope, and he's gonna take that out one shot. Now Ninja as well, Tundra in hand, the man inside as well. Well, it's just a sniper then, and everyone just being shy to make the first move, man.
Well, you have to be very respectful. You don't want to make any slips. It is S&D. You don't want to peek where you should not be peeking. Otherwise, someone is going to take out your head. You should know that a sniper will be open up onto you, FOV open onto you on the other side. So, yeah, but anyways, it seems like the action will begin anytime soon, because the players are getting impatient on the side of the ECL team. Smoke coming through. Of course, that concussion flashbang as well. We have Onke getting the first kill, takes them all the way to a 4v5 right now. They have the bomb planted. Onke finds another one as well, takes it all the way down to a 2v5, 1v5 now. Will the man be able to clutch that? Onke up against Onke and team up against Inside. Man has the sniper in hand. Is he able to find anybody? No, it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen, Black Matter.
Doesn't look like that's gonna happen, man. It's 1-0, and Eclipse Gaming taking the first round for themselves. And NATO Gaming, I gotta ask, I did hope you reviewed yourself in the Hardpoint, because this was not how you started. I wanted to see something different, but hey, let's see what happens. Bomb picked up, of course, by Dad there, and on ECL side, and NATO Gaming is gonna have to task himself with the diffusing. Now Nate's thrown on that A side. You can see all 4 players of Eclipse Gaming to start A side, the bomb side, the smoke already thrown as well, information given out, and the nades be thrown in there. Oh, Crew with a snipe shot, maybe inside, maybe going for a wall bang, or maybe seeing someone there, tries to go for it, but the bomb planted already by that. No time wasted. You can tell ECL want to go for that objective, not just a full-on TDM, man.
Of course, they'd have to do that, because beyond just getting those kills, objective is also very important. If you can win the round via objective, that's also very, very legal. Xavier there doesn't find anybody, finds one, takes him out immediately. The smartness, the expertise, that's what you want to see. You don't want to be making any slips. We're onto Inside now, doesn't find anyone there. Yellow trying to find one, but then he gets sent away immediately. 2-0 or 0-2 in favor of the Eclipse Gaming side, winning the Hardpoint round and coming to show that they also own S&D as well. I don't know, this is dominance if you call it, but then it's still very early anyways, and the third round has started in earnest.
Third round has started in earnest indeed. And man, as it stands right here, this is not looking good for NATO Gaming. 2 back-to-back rounds lost to Eclipse. And then, oh, what the heck was that? Ninja fights Retro in the building. And of course, it's going to enter another now on KBMP weapon in hand there. The man is trying to find Instinct, find Xavier. That's 2 members down. Eclipse Gaming. This round might just not be looking good for them. Bomb still not planted by Dad, and Cool still trying out his luck there. Spray and pray. Nothing working so far. 5v3 and Crew will fall. Instinct operating on Instinct will take him down. Now 5v2. The 2 members left on K4 says Dad. You're the only one left, bro. Finish the mission. And now the man is the only one with the bomb and the only one there for round 3. What might be NATO Gaming time to finally take this back into control. But that's one down, and the back shot's gonna come real quick from Astro as NATO Gaming will finally get one round to themselves.
All right, they finally have their footing in the threshold. I hope that they'll be able to go ahead and show and push this speed onto a level a match tonight. It's 1-2 as we go into the 4th round. We're onto Dad, grenade in hand, tosses it. And the trophy system was, of course, but then gets deactivated. On the other side, gets shut down. Astro there. Astro XM4 in hand. All the way onto a player there with, okay, that's Cruel there getting that very, very excellent snipe right there to get the bomb planted. That's that doing that right now. 1-2 it is. We're onto Inside. Doesn't find a player. The man has not been lucky with the sniper tonight. Inside. What's happening? Finds... Oh, he's able to destroy a trophy system there. That wasn't a player. It seemed like a player from where I saw it. That's Cruel on the other side, trying to find his angle as well. We're onto Dad. He has that angle held really tightly. Cruel on the other side as well. Finds a player, shots him down immediately. Excellent work from the man. Is going to push in. Try to secure. Gets sent away. And Insights on the other side already securing Diffuse. Like I said, they've been able to find that speed, and we're 2-2 leveled after the 4th round.
2-2 leveled after the 4th round. They did, and of course, NATO Gaming taking things back into control here. I like that. I like that. There's no time to slouch. There's no even time to, say, hey, look, we gotta relax. No, there's no room to relax here. You just have to make sure you are keeping up. But still, we are looking things down. Season, oh, what the heck, Crew? Inside falling, fighter kill taking. And of course, we are seeing some things. And right now, 5v4 is where we are at, man.
Yeah, 5v4, we're here, and numbers in favor of the ECL side. 5v4, we're onto Instinct. Is this Instinct able to tell him where the player is on the other side? Doesn't seem like it. Instinct, very tight position there. Very tight angle. Now we're on to Xavier, reloads back and forth. We're on to Cruel on the other side as well. Is the scope able to open to a player on the other end? It doesn't seem like it. Nobody comes through. Scope is empty. Astro gets damage right there. Moves away, tries to reposition. He knows that they're going to be after him right now. Takes the prone position. Astro, it is a 3v5 situation here, and Eclipse Gaming seems to be standing very, very strong here. Instinct finds a player there, but then he gets sent back in by Onk, all the way to a 2-3 lead for Eclipse Gaming again as they assert their early dominance. 2-3 it is, 5 points in total, and Eclipse Gaming seems to be looking good at the end of the 5th round there as we go into the 6th one tonight.
Well, looking good is the word, but then we have seen NATO Gaming go from a 2-0 not in their favor to a 2-2, and now Eclipse Gaming somehow broke out of that tie. So hey, this is not a time to relax. This is a time. Okay, Crew took some shots there, a flinch shot, but the man is able to survive, and now looking for a target there. 5v5. The numbers are still preserved here. Crew is looking for that one-shot kill there. And now bomb not planted. Dad with the bomb sees the man slides through and misses that shot. Crew, maybe an anxiety, maybe patience here might do the trick, or maybe a wall bang. But 5v5, the numbers are still preserved. He knows they are there. The information is already given out, but the man is just operating here. Dad throws the nade in onto that A side. He knows someone is there. Astro as well, more nades throwing in for 5v5, and both of them are just waiting on who makes the first move.
Of course, you don't want to make any sleep as it is at this point. NATO Gaming, they know that they're playing a very, very, execution-heavy side in the team of the Eclipse Gaming side. So yeah, you have to try not to make any sleep. It is onto Xavier, rotations back and forth. They know they instinctively, they know where the other team members should be on the other side of the map, and they're playing accordingly. Yellow there seems to find a player, but then not in the right position to take the shot. It gets damaged back and forth. They already know where it is. It's giving enough information for them to know where it is. It gets sent away by Dad with the Odin, and of course the Eclipse Gaming side forcing their way through here. We're still onto Retro. On the other side is a 2-3 situation here. Inside finds a player, but then he gets sent away. I think that came from Dad as well. All the way onto a 1v2 right now. Dad goes in for the... able to do that. Of course, it goes in for the plant. And then it's a 1v2 situation here with Ninja on the other side with Dad. FOV scope open onto Ninja on the other side. Is able to... It's deep, bold enough to be able to go ahead, and push this.
The defuse is going to have to pull off, but no, Retro will deny him and say, okay, look, I know you want to do a 1v2 clutch, but not this time, bro. Maybe in the next round. And that's going to be ECL taking the round to themselves. Now, 3 more, and that's it. It's going to be a 2-0 fashion. But will NATO Gaming make it 4-4? We have seen a 2-0, a 0-2 become 2-2, and now we see a 2-4. Let's see what NATO's response will be. Retro taking shots there, and the man will just hold position in spite of it all. And now 5v5. Oh, what the heck? Insight! He fights crew, vital kill, sniper taken down, and now 5v4 is where we are at, but still bomb not planted. Astro, the man with the bomb, side switched, and now Eclipse Gaming, they have lost members not in their advantage. They're inside, now holding in position, approaching cautiously, but ever ready. Okay, might just pull out a 1v3 or a 1v4 clutch there. The man knows that they're waiting for someone to run in and sees the man 1 down, make that 2, maybe 3. And now, okay, still holding position. They know he's there, but Yellow puts him down. And now 2 members paid for that engagement. Now it's a 3v3. Numbers are still Retro Force instinct takes him down. 3v2. Numbers advantage to NATO Gaming.
Numbers advantage to NATO Gaming. It is. I hope they'll be able to take advantage of that, because it goes all the way down now to a 2v1. Xavier on the other side finds a player, sends him away. 1v1 it is. Will Xavier be able to do this? We're still in his perspective. That man must be very scared. Yellow on the other side, but he says no. 3-4 it is. And NATO Gaming taking 1 step further into the line of victory. 3-4 it is after the 7th round. Exciting round that was. Very exciting
is the word. Exciting, man, is the word. I gotta commend NATO Gaming. They always try to put up, they always try to keep up the pace. They always try to make sure they keep up, man. Because we saw it to the 0-2 become 2-2. Now we saw a 4-2-4. It's starting to look like a 4-4, but I don't want to jinx this round because the cast discuss is a real thing. 5v5, numbers are still preserved. The smoke thrown out. Inside tries his best there, but the Wolfbank does not come through. And still holding position would have to be the situation here. Not spread out on that minimap on the left side, NATO Gaming, on the right side, Eclipse Gaming.
Of course, they're on their respective sides. It is Astro here peeking back and forth. No player comes through his point of view there. We have Onk on the other side peeking back and forth as well. A lot of dancing going on back here. No player coming through. They've been respectful on the other side. Now we're onto Astro. It doesn't find anyone as well. Inside with the sniper. Wallbang doesn't find anyone there. Ninja. A lot of information anyways. While those shots are being taken, you should know that information is being sent to the player on the other side, and then they're pretty much going to know how to reposition. We're still onto inside. Doesn't find anyone. Numbers preserved on both sides as it were. That on the other side. Trying to make sure that finds a player, gets damaged, but then it's not able to get the reward in terms of finding the kill. It gets sent away because it takes damage as well. On K, numbers still preserved for the ECL side, but then 1 man already dropped inside of NATO Gaming. Dad still standing, finds a player, sends him away. It seems to be a 1v5 all the way to a nil v5 because Eclipse Gaming goes ahead to take that round again. After 8 rounds, it's still in the favor of the Eclipse Gaming side all the way to 7. They only need 2 rounds to close this. Are they able to go ahead and grab those 2 rounds, or are we going to see contests come through, or maybe a possible comeback?
Match point round it is right now, man. Match point round it is potentially for Eclipse Gaming, and that's Crew taking down Astro. 1 man down. That falls. That's 1 for 1 right there, and that may be no. It won't be. They will take another, and that's not looking good for NATO Gaming. As 4v3 will be the situation here. Okay. The man knows it's there. Cool as well. Still alive. Still standing strong. With a sniper in hand. Nades thrown towards that A side. More nades as well from NATO Gaming. But Xavier falls. Instincts puts him down. And now Ninja and Instinct inside that building. They know they're there. The information already given out. The players are prone. Trying to go for a wall bank. Potentially yellow. No, on K. Now moves are there. Trying to go for a kill. And Instinct won't make a mistake on K. Yellow is there to trade him in though. 1v2. 2v2. Yellow finds one. That's 2 members left on both sides. The bomb still not planted, and Yellow falls to Retro, and now maybe a double Ninja is there. Retro sees the man, but still holding position. You have been found out. He knows you're there, Retro. He knows you're there. Now Ninja walks to the building, slides through as well, but takes him down. Shotgun does the work, and now 1v1 is the situation right here. Cool. We're both fighting. Okay. Oh, for the machine pistol, we'll lose to the XM4, and Eclipse Gaming will lose that round to NATO Gaming.
Of course, that's what you want to see. A team that says, no, we're going to stand our ground. We're not just going to be sent away like that. 4-5 it is after 9 consecutive rounds, and we're on to the 10th one. Now let's see how the magic unfolds. 5v5 still, numbers still very well intact for both teams. We're on to Astro, but then they're playing pretty much aggressive now, trying to force their way into... Player knows is there, takes the prone position on the other side. We're on to K. Is it going to prone all the way? Comes out, and then he gets sent away, making reckless decisions, and then you're going to get reckless rewards, but then K gets sent away as well. Retro on the other side. 3v3 it is. Dad still standing there, holding that position tightly, making sure that no player comes through. We're on to Cruel on the other side with the sniper as well. 4-5 still it is. And the time is not on the side. Time is not on the side anyways, because it's counting down there. Bomb not planted yet, but then we're still onto that 3v3. It seems like they're going to go combat instead of objective. And that's the map right there showing, the rotation and how they're moving there on the map. We're onto Ninja with a shotgun. Pretty much has to find that CQC because from that distance, the shotgun might not be able to do a lot of good. But then Kroll still standing, holding that position as well. 3v3 it is. A player on the other side. Seems like that's the man with the sniper. He has to be very careful. Finds him like no! He doesn't find him. He gets sent away inside. On the other side, showing, the power of Inside. Pretty much knew that he was there, sent him away. Dad back there right now. He has to be very careful because Inside pretty much knows where he is, gives that information out. And Dad is going to move away and try to find another angle.
HSD in hand, weapon, machine pistol as well to go with that. And now Retro, the last man standing, VMP in hand. It's a 1v2. Now Ninja sees the man and waits for him inside, still having the insight of Retro's location and operating purely there on instinct to take him down. And NATO Gaming somehow have tied the scores again. Jesus.
NATO Gaming are back in the game. And they're saying, no, it's not going to end now. They're pretty much very motivated now because you can see that the energy with which they're approaching this round, the 11th round, it is K on the other side, gets the trophy system loaded. But then he gets sent away. He's able to find a player. No, he gets sent away. They're pretty much pushing in packs like wolves right now. 5v4 it is, and numbers are pretty much locked in for them. But then they get one man down, takes it to a 4v4. Now we're on to Xavier, machine gun pistol in hand now, all the way to Dad with the very dangerous holding back to inside here. Able to find a player, takes the prone position, and no player comes through. It seems like we have Dad on the other side, but then Dad gets that advantage, moves away, takes it to a 2v3 in favor of the Eclipse Gaming side, but 2v3 is pretty much very, very slim. Ninja back there, shotgun in hand, has a sniper as well. doesn't find a player on the other side. 2v3 it is. They're still standing very, very strong. They pretty much are very confident. You can see the map there showing the rotation, but Ninja still in position. Is not going to move away. But we have Dad taking that prone position, trying to be very, very sneaky. They don't want to lose this round. All the way to from 5-3 all the way to a 5-5 is not something you want to joke with. So yeah, they have to be very careful at this point.
Careful is the word, man. You couldn't have phrased it better, man. Careful is the word. But the bomb already being planted there by Ninja. And of course, information given out, they know where it is now. And they're going to head over there. But it ain't thrown out there and not able to find any value with that. Still 2v3. And Dad with the Odin in hand. Already approaching there into the building there. Check your corners. It's gonna matter. The information now given out, they know you're there. Probably trying to beat them out, but Yellow will fall. Crew takes him down, and now one member left. The last man standing. Ninja! Oh, Savior, that was dirty. The man takes him down, and of course the defuse coming through from Dad to secure the round for Eclipse Gaming.
Eclipse Gaming showing so much quality, and it's just so unimaginable how these things happen, how they do it. But then that's what happens when players of this caliber, players of this quality are on the field of play. We're on to the next round, and we're already onto Crew with the sniper right there. Nades coming in back and forth. Still onto Crew, trying to find another angle. Doesn't find a player on the other side. It's there. 6-5, 5-6, however you're going to call it. But then one player already down inside of NATO Gaming, and it takes that to a 4v5 situation. Right now we're on to Retro, back all the way to Ninja with a sniper FOV opened, but doesn't find a player on the other side, expecting that a player is going to try to take that vantage point, but then that's not happening. Seems like they know that the player will be waiting for them on the other side. But then numbers seem to be declining for the NATO Gaming side. We're not seeing that happen anyways, but then we're on to a 2v5 situation with Crew here, still snipering and finding a player. No player coming. How are you going to call it? Working very hard, but then not finding the fruit of, not finding a reward, not finding the fruit of that label.
That's a good way to put it, man. Just put in so much energy, so much effort. And yes, Xavier! Instinct! Still besting those snipers. And of course, Instinct now. Gonna look for another. It's 2 members left. And now 3v2 situation is where we are. And of course, Crew taking Instinct down. It's a sniper 1v1 we're seeing right here. 1v3 is the situation. And NATO Gaming, it looks like this S&D just might be done, but not so fast. Astro still there. XM4 weapon in hand as well. Machine pistol as well. What is going on here? Eclipse Gaming, this is your chance to end things here. This is your chance to secure everything and go home, man.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
There you have it. There you have it, 7-5, and Eclipse Gaming takes it home tonight.
Yeah, I'm also blank on my end as well, man. Yeah, production, please. We can actually see what's going on, if you will. Thank you very much, production. So, of course, yeah, it's 7-5, and it's confirmed. Thank you, production. That it's 7-5, and man, well, we gotta give props to NATO Gaming at least. They did fight, right?
Yeah, they fought. Of course, one team has to win. The better team has to win it. And by all standard, by the quality of play, you have to give it to Eclipse Gaming tonight. They seem to be the team that actually came to win it. Of course, you have to fight on the other side. But then the team that comes most prepared is going to take it home. And it seems like Eclipse Gaming came most prepared tonight.
Cruel as well. I like the fact that there was a little bit of a player 1v1 right there. We saw Cruel versus Instinct. Instinct, of course, besting him sometimes, but Cruel in that final round said, okay, look, I want to make my mark, and that's what he did. 169 impact, 14 bomb money, and twice the number of Retro and Dad, respectively, since they both have 7. Yeah, together, man, together.
Oh, excellent gameplay. You have to give it up for the Eclipse Gaming sites and that very quality players, Dad, Kroll, Xavier, Onke, Retro. But then you cannot forget the team that fought really hard tonight. Insight there, Insight, Instinct, Ninja, and of course, last but by no means the least, Yellow. With some very excellent gameplay right there.
What a way to start game one, man. What a way to start game one.
Warren,
And
of
of
course.
course, that was a game that Eclipse Gaming showed why they're Eclipse Gaming. There's no other way I can even think of putting it honestly, because these guys are really strong and they've
Yeah.
shown us right now. And Neto Gaming as well, they showed that they're no slouch either. So I gotta give props to them right there. They fought hard, and even if you want to drag them in the phone rooms, if they can say at least, hey, we tried our best, man.
Yeah, of course. You have to try your best, but these are times, sadly, that your best might not be enough, especially when you're facing a game. Facing a team that is obviously, apparently better in terms of how they present themselves. So yeah, you can do your best, but when you're doing your best, make sure that your best is enough. And it seems like in terms of who does better, or in terms of the word best, it seems like Eclipse Gaming came out the best tonight. So I don't know if I can say that they did their best if they didn't go ahead to get the win. But that's not shade anyways. It's just what it is.
That's the Onaga version of shade. All right, guys, that's it for game one. And of course, as usual, we will be going on a short intermission. But don't worry, when we're back, it's gonna be game two. So get ready and be prepared. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. We're back. And of course, I'm here with a different caster this time around. And of course, it's one and only Sumi. Hello, Sumi. How you doing?
Hi, Black Matter. I'm so excited to be here today. Hi.
I'm glad. I can see you smiling and all excited and everything.
Yeah.
Yep, the game is definitely starting, and that's Hardpoint on Summit again. It's basically a rinse and repeat of the maps at this point, but still, we're gonna get straight in, no time wasted at all. It's Hunt Nonagons versus Cyclone, and game one has already started seeing some numbers picked up. The hill already taken by Cyclone Esports, mind you, the second best in South Africa. This is a team that definitely wanted to give us a show here. They've already taken the lead 6-0, making that 6-2. Hunt Nonagons are not relenting. No time to be slouched here. Devilman already finding one there. Simpsy falls, and of course, back and forth. Hunt Nonagons take back that lead they lost to Cyclone in the early game. So. Okay, Hunt Nonagons here. They do have that lead, but they've lost it now to Cyclone, and I don't know what's going on. It's a literal back and forth between both teams. Now 18-11 scrap times here. Cyclone's already on the 20-point mark. 10 seconds there left. Next rotations are going to matter, but it looks like the boys of Cyclone Esports are going to be the one to get there first. Now VMP, Danielo, weapon in hand. XM4 as well on Devilman, gets shut down. Put down. Yuki finds Danielo as well. The trade will come through right there. 28-13. The scrap time, the next hill rather, is gonna open up, and the boys of Cyclone are there first, but Hunt Nonagons are quick with the contest, but able to put them away. Simpsy doing walk to his found with that XM4, trying to make it a 3 from that distance, but not able to. 36-13, double the number of the score difference here. Of course, 5v5, they are still maintaining that numbers. They have 42-13. Response back and forth. Numbers being taken. That hill time is in the paper of Cyclone, racking up points closer to that 50-point mark. Hunt Nonagon starting to lose ground here. 51-13. Scrap time's almost here, and Hunt Nonagons finally get a hold of that score.
I think it's amazing how they're holding this spawn. Like, look at the scores right now. Look at the scores right now. Cyclone is leading, and Hunt Nonagon are trying their hardest to try and get into this point, but Cyclone are not backing down anytime soon. And now it seems like Cyclone has moved to the next point already. This is crazy.
It is really something to see now. Of course, depth machine operator skills are already coming out to play. But that's a spray and pray here from Logan, and not even able to find any value without operator skill. Well, hopefully better next time. Performance, of course, Danielo there with the one machine. Finding one now. Time runs out there. PMP opening hands, get taken down 6. Get back 4. Get taken out now. Devilman comes out with the equalizer. 3-piece already picked up early. UP scoring hand. 2-piece already picked up. Trying to keep them away from that hill, and they will have success in it, but then the boys of Cyclone will not take that line down. Numbers gonna be found back and forth. Now Simpsy falls as well. Logan will fall 44, 76, 46. The scrap ties in favor of Nonagons. That next spawn, rotations are gonna matter. 5 more seconds left on this hill. Cyclone have given up and will rotate to that next hill.
Hardpoint identified.
78-56. That's where we are right now. But then look at that performance right here. We saw Nonagons start out, not so well with in the beginning here. We saw a situation where Cyclone Esports were ahead, and Nonagons started things up. They took back the lead, and now Cyclone Esports are starting to do numbers. That's toxic with the equalizer. Starting to look for more numbers back and forth. He's the man running away, but where are you heading to? Why are you running? Why are you running? He takes him down now. 107 above the 100-point mark. Red comes out. Divide the value. Maybe 1, maybe 2. Indecisive where to put it. That's 1 down. Jaraz finds toxic. Devilman falls as well to another pred by Danielo. 118-56. Now seems it will fall. Greyjoy falls as well. 119-56. The hill is there, but still, you gotta ask yourself what is going on. Nonagons are starting to look like they're losing these grounds they had in the early. We saw them fight so hard. We saw them tie things up at some point. But now Nonagons have given them double the score lead here soon.
Well, let's hope that they're able to get this next point and even find a way to equalize this, because this is a really large gap.
It's a really large gap, but still, looking at, the thing with Hardpoint I like to see here is the operator skills are one of the major things that make the most numbers being taken, and of course the point. If you have the heal there and you have the operator skills, somebody just slaying what's left of the opponent team, it can help. And in situations like this, Devilman with the equalizer is really trying to get numbers for Nonagon. But right now, Cyclone are just the better ones. They have the heal, 25 there on that hill, and right now, Nonagons are not doing what they can do best, because okay, they take back the hill, that's a good thing, but Cyclone just takes it back immediately. It's a back and forth, but most of the times, Cyclone have that hill, and this is why this 152-63 is where we are at, double the score difference.
Well, I think that it's not too late. They can definitely make a comeback here. Maybe they're still just trying to figure things out. The next point is already on the map, so hopefully they're able to push that and try to keep it down for the team.
Keep it down for the team. But do you think there's a way though? Because right now, Danielo War Machine just wreaking havoc and just making sure he gets the most out of the time on the War Machine. And now Devilman falls. So Toxic will fall as well. 162.76. The hail time is still there. Cyclone just takes it back. They are keeping them out. Logan, 150 bullets onto that machine. I'm not able to pick up anyone. 169.70. It's a 100-point score difference. And this was the team I was betting against, Jerry Sumi. What's going on?
Honestly speaking, I am just as shocked as you are, because like this is just so anticlimactic, the opposite of what we were expecting. Just the opposite. Like, what is going on?
Nonagon's definitely gonna have to do more than that. Now 180 is a 100-point score difference. Cyclone are keeping it that way, and now the hill will reset onto the next hill. The boys of Cyclone are still there fast, and of course the TDM is on the other side. The bread comes out, trying to find a value. Oh, that may be a double, but no, it's not gonna be only one. Danielo picks up you, but now Yuki rather, and now right now I gotta ask the question. Where are we in Nonagons? How do we get away? How do we get up from that 100-point score difference here?
From the looks of it, I think they're killing them too quickly for them to even regroup properly. They need to communicate better with each other, because they're not really pushing in a way that would help them capture this point. And from the looks of it, Cyclone has this down. They are protecting this point with everything that they've got.
They are protecting the points. They're protecting the points. They're protecting the score lead. They're protecting the hills, and they're just keeping X Nonagon out of everything. Now look at the scores: 227-81. More just being taken. They are that close to the target point, and Nonagons are nowhere to catching up. And for a Hardpoint, for how we saw Nonagons play yesterday, this was not how I saw this coming out. 236-82. The drone kills takes out Devilman, and now 236. The hill is in their favor again. 10 more points left to get to that target point. And Sumi, I think this is GG's for Nonagons.
It is so sad, but this is GG's for them. They did their best, honestly. I think they just need to find a way to do better in the next game. Hopefully they will.
They just have to find a way to do better. And that's the hard point. Hopefully they will. Cyclone Esports, hopefully they don't take out Hex Nonagon, because right now, Hunt Nonagon rather, because right now, Cyclone gaining Hardpoint Summit is in their favor. They take map 1, Search and Destroy on firing range is going to be where we are at. But hey, don't just write Hunt Nonagons out. They still have 2 more maps, potentially 2 more maps to take the win. But I'm pretty sure with the way Cyclone Esports played, they are not going to make it any easy. But look at those stats, Sumi. Look at those stats.
Danielo really carried this team. Like, what is going on? Danielo, Simsy, Nundi, like, wow. Everyone here on the stat board seems to have put in everything they've got. Everyone here seems to have put in everything they've got. Devilman with 27 kills, which is 10 kills shy of what Danielo has with 37 kills. This is insane. This is insane stats, man.
Six stats indeed. Look at the number of kills put down, right? 37 on Danielu. The only person coming close there being Simzi 35 and Nondi 31. Now on the other side, to show you how serious this was, the highest kills on Hot Nonagons is the low. It's not even up to the lowest kills on the Cyclone Esports. That's how bad it is. The highest kills on is Devilman, and that's 27. And the lowest is Toxic on the side of Cyclone Esports. That's 29. That's 2 kills above. That's to show you the difference when it comes to the hard points that we just saw here.
We cannot deny the fact that they collected in this game. They definitely collected. The highest kills being 27 for them. And then for Cyclone, their lowest kill is not even like it doesn't. They really collected Omo. It's crazy.
Yeah, to put it in Nigerian, yeah, it's really crazy. To put it in Nigerian terms, yeah, they collected. Yeah,
they collected.
I want to see what they can do, honestly, because Hot and Nonagons are pretty good on their own. So, this is a team that won the Deca Cup Season 5 LAN against Series 7, the LAN Kings. So, let's not just write them out just yet. Let's see what they can do on S&D on Firing Rage. Let's just give them that benefit of the doubt. I bet on Nonagons against Production. I know Production is hearing me and is really pleased that Cycling Esports took that one. Production says that one off the stream. But now we get onto round 1 of the S&D, Sumi. Let's see how this goes. And now round 1 it will be right now. And Danielo, the man is using the XM4, the smoke throne, and of course the pump giving out. Oh, Yuki gets picked up. First blood drawn, make that 2. That's a 2-piece picked up. Danielo, no time wasted, still carrying the team even in hard point. And of course the wipe out, and that's gonna be Cyclone Esports not having any mercy on Nonagons in round 1. Sumi, that was merciless.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. It's not by who draws first blood. Let's see what happens in the next round, shall we?
Yeah, it's not by who draws first blood, honestly. It's not by who first blood, because right now that was a clean wipeout and a perfect flawless round for Cyclone Esports. And of course, we're getting to round 2 here where Nonagon still no response whatsoever. We're gonna ask the question, what is going on? Because I myself, I don't know. I gotta ask, but I don't know. But 5v5, the numbers are still preserved. Round 2 is where we're at. The bomb still not planted. Bomb on the hand on the side of Nonagons. They are the planters, and of course, the Cyclone Esports are the one diffusing smoke giving out, or smoke thrown. Location given out, and that's 4G taking down Danielo, still carrying the team. 4G down, that's 5v4. And now gunfights are gonna come through. Nondi, 2-piece. Yuki Gerard's force. That's 5v2 now. Still maybe another flawless round for them. Now Devilman, last man. Actually, what the last man? Oh yeah, now he's the last man. Of course, Cyclone just have to make sure they correct me there. Now 1v5. How is Devilman? The one person that run. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Run any more there. So.
Oh my god, this is insane. It is moving a little too quick. I think that Hunt Nonagon really needs to get their game up because it is not looking good for them right now. Cyclone seems to have a system. If you notice the way they spread on the map, it is very, very obvious that they have a game plan to defending the plant sites. They have an arrangement on how they set themselves up on the map, but it seems like Hot Nonagon is not finding a way around it. They're being dropped one by one like flies. It's like, it is insane what is happening here right now. And I just love how organized the Cyclone game looks like right now. Oh no, looks like they have lost another round. They have lost this round again. Like, this is literally what I'm saying. Yeah.
Within this part of what you said, they've ended the whole round. They said, hey, Sumi, start talking before you're done. We're going to be done with the round. And that's exactly what Cyclone Esports are made of. Second best team in SA, not for mouth, but for performance, and just beginning to show it here. And of course, Danielo taking out vital kill. Nandi falls as well. Great joy will fall. Logan takes it down. 3v3 on Nonagons. 2v2. They might be biting back. They might be starting out something different. Devilman still there. 4G still there as well. And now the bomb being planted. No time wasted as well. We're gonna skip out on the bomb plant and start it out all over again. And now get taken out. Oh my goodness, in the midst of the bomb plant. And that's 4G with the snipes. Takes out Toxic. 1v1. 1v1. Will this be the first round for Hot Nonagons, or will Cyclone Esports show that they're still on top even in the midst of situations there? Simsy sees the man holding in hand. Goes for repositioning instead. 4G on the other side. The man is holding out. Who's going to make the first move? Sees the man in the trailer. He knows he's there, but the man is just waiting for first engagement. What the hell? Simsy! No chance in hell. The Odin puts him down, and Cyclone Esports takes 4 rounds back-to-back, Sumi.
This is the quickest game of Search and Destroy that I have watched in a while. This is crazy. What will Hot Nonagon do to make something out of this? Because it's not making sense. Come on, they have to get at least 1 point in this game. Like 1 win, just 1. Are they really going to let Cyclone take the win again?
Enemy has dropped the bomb.
Are they really gonna let Cyclone take the win? He did. Non-defined Yuki. That's 2 members left. No guns. Definitely not a field day for them, man. 4G's last man standing. They put him out of his misery. Danielo, 2 piece found. And of course, Cyclone Esports takes another round. And this is match points round potentially for Cyclone Esports. And things are definitely not looking good for Hunt Nonagon, Sumi.
It is not looking good at all. But maybe now that they very soon, maybe when the roles are reversed, they might find a way to have a better arrangement of their game. It seems they're having a hard time attacking, so maybe they might have a better time defending instead.
Better time defending, but 1 member already down. No time wasted now. Logan is got to try and go for a wall bounce potentially here, but not able to find anyone on that Thundra. That's 5v4. Cyclone Esports have the numbers advantage there. The bomb not planted, picked up though by Great Joy. And now Cyclone Esports, they are trying to make sure they get them. But now look at the position, the map positioning here, Sumi. We can see the 5 members of Nonagons on the other side of the left side of the map. And the members of Cyclone Esports just spread out through the map. And now 4G might be going for, they need to go for that plant though. They need to try to go for that plant, but they have covered everywhere. Cyclone Esports, we've got 2 players, 3 players on that A side and 1 player on that B side, and you can tell that these guys, they have everywhere covered, and they have boxed on Nonagons away from the A side. Now 3 players moving towards that A side, and Danielo holding in line as well, waiting. 4G, you might see 4G soon. Logan with that Thunder in hand, the man is just waiting, maybe a bit shy, but the whole of one. No, go! Logan waiting for the next target. That's 1 down, 3 more to go. 2 more, 3 more to go. This is the shot. Takes some Danielo! Danny freaking Nello! 3 piece picked up in that round on his own. And of course, 6th round is down to them. And this might just be the final round. And let's just look at our replay, Sumi. Just look at our replay, Sumi.
They didn't even see him there. Like, it's insane. How was it that they were not able to find him in that corner? And I think that that is such an amazing position. And the same positioning, the same arrangement they have carried has carried them through this last few games. They have won 6 rounds using the exact same arrangement, the exact same strategy. And from the looks of things, Hunt Nonagon has yet to find out that they are having a whole system. And from the looks of things, the way that I have said it was going to be, seems like that is what is happening. What do you think, Black Matter? What do you think? The roles have been reversed now.
And Logan takes 1. Yup, the rules definitely have been reversed. Indeed, Cyclone will be the attackers now, planting the bomb, and Hot Nonagons the ones defending. It's a 5v4, and no time. Looks like they want to go full TDM. Bomb now planted. Devilman finds 1, make that 2. Toxic and Simpson falls. The bomb being planted. Danny freaking Nello taking no risk at all. This is not the time for TDM. This is the time to play OBJ and go home with a kill. Geras, BMP, system man stopped. Devilman and Geras falls. That's 2 down. 2v2 is where we're at. And this might just be the final round for Cyclone Esports or the start of something new for Nonagons. Maybe, just maybe, they might take this one. They might just take this one. Nondi, weapon in hand, might wait for the man. Sees the man there. DMP takes him down. That's one down. Make that two. And Cyclone Esports have won the SMD. And of course, they have qualified, man. They have qualified to me.
Congratulations to Cyclone Gaming for winning their first 2 games. This is a crazy W, and it seems to me like they have put in a lot of work. And this is way beyond how we had predicted this. So I think it's safe to say that Cyclone Gaming has really upped their game this season.
Yep, they have really upped their game this season. That is the way to put it. That is a great way to put it. They were impressive, honestly. They were impressive. But still, hey, look at the highlights here to me. I want to ask you right now, right? I want to ask you. We did say Cyclone Esports were the second best in SC, and I saw a comment there. Someone actually doubted me, and I do hope you're convinced right now because, hey, how well to better proves a statement than through action, right? And yeah, production is laughing right now at me, guys, because I supported, Nonagons, and now he's laughing at me. That's fine, Jared. I enjoy the moment, okay? But then look at the highlights to me.
It is crazy how arranged and how organized the Cyclones game was in the first 2 rounds, both in the hardpoints and the search and destroy. They seem to have really put a lot of work and practice into this because they are so organized, and it seems they caught Hunt Nonagon like they didn't expect this game from Cyclone at all. I'm very sure they did not expect this either. So this is just a beautiful W for Cyclone. This is a beautiful W. Beautiful gaming from them.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Absolutely. You heard the lady, Cyclone. You heard that lady. Beautiful W game for you guys. And of course, Nonagon's better luck next time. But then, hey, I wouldn't want to write those guys off just easily. They actually had better performances yesterday. And then that was impressive. That was impressive. But then, if you guys actually noticed, yeah, towards I think the 7th round or the 10th round or the 3rd round rather, I think the 7th round or 3rd round or something, I can't really remember the exact number around, but there was a time where Devilman actually tried to do something, and look at Even Stevens, Devilman, Yuki, same number of kills and 100-point impact for Yuki. You can tell Yuki tried his best, but Danielo will not get the MVP despite him hard carrying the S&D. Nondi will be the one to do that to me.
Yes, because he has, if you can see from the stat board, he has 11 kills and his impact is 192. How many times did he get a chance to plant at all? Maybe that would have upped his points for planting, because usually when you get the chance to plant the bomb, it usually does up your points, even if you have a better kill or more impact. Usually if you plant the bomb first, it does up your points a bit.
Yeah, advantages of playing OPJ, right? Yeah, you do have a very nice, fact right there. But of course, that is game 2 done and dusted. Another 2-0 situation we have here. Cyclone Esports besting Nonagons 2-0. No room for contest. And now we have our second team for today that have qualified for the African Pro Series. And just look at the teams here that already qualified yesterday from Group A, Suni.
Yes, we have Mash Harder, Trinity, Paradox, Sierra 7, Eclipse Gaming, and now Cyclone. Congratulations to the teams that have won today.
Big congratulations to them indeed. And yeah, two more left, 2 more games left. And that's going to be soon, because right now we will have to go for a short intermission, guys. We'll be right back with our next game. We'll be right back, of course. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's all up to you now. Finish the mission.
Enemy down.
Hello. We're back. And of course, Onaga is here with me again, guys. He's back to do the honors.
Of course, I'm back. Of course, I'm back. But then what I saw while I was away, because when I wasn't here, it's not like I was fully away. What I saw while I was away, man, I can't even explain it. Nonagon getting destroyed like that has to be the wildest thing I have seen this year. I know the year just started, but I don't think I would want to see anything as wild as that again, because that was unbelievable. They got torn apart. That's how I can explain it.
Yep, they got torn apart, and production definitely did not see that 7-1 coming. He had to put 7-0 first and say, okay, look, he was so convinced that Cyclone Esports would totally decimate them with the S&D, but somehow Nonagon squeezed one round in their favor there. But now they have a final chance to prove themselves worthy and enter that last spot. That's second to the last spot, actually, because that's the last spot. We still have one more game later. But still, Hot Nonagons versus Mighty Esports, the Senegalese team. We saw Mighty play yesterday. We know that these guys are the dark horse of the tournament. And now we are seeing them come again. One last chance for both these teams. Lower bracket it is. Let's see who wants it more.
Well, like the saying goes, opportunity comes but once. But once again, we're seeing one of these adages get thrown into the trash can, because Nonagon has another opportunity, and I hope that they're not going to throw it away this time. But then they're up against a Mighty Esports. That's a team that I believe wouldn't want to let anything slide as well. So it's actually a very uphill task for Nonagon. But then hopefully they'll be able to make use of this opportunity and then find a way to scale ahead. Not because Mighty Esports is going to let that happen anyway. So yeah, they have a lot of work on their hand now.
They have a lot of work on their hand. They did, and that's the same map. Hardpoint actually no, it's Hardpoint combined this time around. We saw Hardpoint on Summit the last time. Now it's combined. It's a different map. So let's see what these two teams have cooked up for. I want to just talk a little bit on that psychology thing you mentioned in game one there.
Exactly.
Because right now, Hunt Nonagons, they just played a game where they were decimated. And now they are playing another one. No time to rest. No time. There's no day interval. Just the same, minutes. I just, look, let us wrap up what's left of us and just go for our last round. Our last chance at the ACC. And
yeah, but sorry to cut you there. That's what happens when you do not do the work that you're supposed to do on time. The thing is, it's always going to come back to haunt you. You still have to do the work again. That I think that's what they're getting to face right now. It's one of the issues of life. When you have a work in your hand, make sure that you get it finalized so you can rest. Because if you don't do it, you're going to carry it over and you're going to have to do it again. So yeah, they're having to do the work that they should have done earlier against Cyclone, now against Mighty Esports. And I hope they'll be able to make good use of the time they have, because the match already started in NS. No time for yip yaps. We're already getting in that great love from Nonagon, and he gets sent away that earlier on in the match. We're on to 4G now, with Odin tries to move in, gets sent parking by the Celestial Inc. From the Mighty Esports side. Now on to Great Joy. He's able to find a player. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen for him. And FPS from, that's FPS from the Mighty Esports side. Gets sending the player away right there. Mighty Esports already taking a very early lead here. 0-13 is the scoreline right now. We're on to Devilman with XM4 there. Finds the player, sends him away before he can get out of spawn. He's going to try to go ahead and find another one as well. 2-3 there. The man is still standing very strong. He's going to try to move away, try to evade that damage coming from the other side. Now we're on to the Spider from the other side. Gets the trophy system planted. 9-17 it is right now. Make it 10. And it seems like Mighty Esports is moving away. But the Nonagon side is closing in.
They are closing in, and they have closed in and taken back that lead. You can tell this is a team that don't want history to repeat itself. Now Great Joy fights Toji at 22-17. The next hill they will go to P2, And of course, the nades already getting thrown into that hill. And Nonagon's there first. Now the hill starts all over again. Devilman not able to find anyone. Doji will find him first. Be the better one there. 4G falls to Swifty. 26-19. Mighty Esports takes back that hill. Trying to take back that lead they took from them. The Senegalese team, they know it's a lower bracket. They know it's a last chance. And everyone is just fighting with everything they've got left. It's the final chance. They've had one chance. They lost it. And now anything and everything is going to be invested to take back a piece of that place there.
Yeah, everything has to be on the table right now. But then talking about the table, you have the Mighty Esports side pretty much standing on top of it right now. Hunter Kilogron invested for the man. He's able to get, reward there. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Yuki from Nonagon is trying to find contest there, but then he gets sent packing onto Devilman. They've been able to force their way through 38-39. It is onto Geras trying to move in for that early rotation, but it seems like you have the Mighty Esports side already having, that heal locked in for them. 45-39. It is Yuki getting sent back in with the Celestial Ink right there. Do we have, of course, we have Mighty Esports already holding the next heal and holding it tightly. Will they be able to, force their way through? We're talking Nonagon side. That's Great Joy right there, sending 2 players away. Able to find another one. Doesn't seem likely. Great Joy still standing back there. Has control of this heal right here, trying to ensure that is able to get a player in. Equalizer invested for Devilman right there. Is able to find 2 players. And of course, is able to find another one. We have 4G right there, finds a player. Is able to find another one. Is able to find a third one. That should be able to happen for him if they are going to have that control that they need, so much need for this hill. They have to be able to cut those players off before they can get into the hill, of course, and they're doing that pretty well. 4G with a 4G shot right there, getting 2 players down, and they are going to be moving to the next hill. 59-60 right now, and it doesn't seem like it's in the favor of any team. It's pretty much closely, tightly fisted, closely contested, tightly knitted right now.
Tightly knitted, if Nonagons take the lead, Mighty Esports will just take it back. If Nonagons lose the lead, Mighty Esports, it's back and forth. These 2 teams, you can tell that no one wants to let go. Why should they? It's the lower bracket. Everything is at stake here. If you lose here, you are out of the African Championship circle. And that's one thing that these teams don't want to face. That's the reality they don't want to face. Nonagons already had a defeat earlier, and now Mighty Esports, they don't want to let their defeat, yesterday go get to them. So anything can go down in games like this, but that bread comes through. We're gonna find 1, maybe 2. Yeah, that's 2. You can find Stoji, of course, as Billy Wolfwall as well. That's back and forth, 79-77, neck and neck. You can't even call it a lead, because if you slack, Mighty Esports will take it back, and now closer to that 100-point mark. Swifty finds Geras. That's 86-77. Spider finds a 2-piece. The Great Joy and Geras falls. They have that hill. Scrap time's done. Able to pick up 2-piece out of that Liru scrap time. That 1 second now. Devilman XM4 finds a value 86-78. The next hill is there. Right back to that center. Right back to P1 where it all started. The rotations are gonna matter, and Nonagons were there first, but Mighty Esports will try to take it back.
Of course, is expected the Mighty Esports is going to go ahead and do that. They wouldn't want the Nonagon team to go ahead and take the lead off of them, because at this point it seems like this should legally be their match. Nonagon is pretty much just trying to, they just have an opportunity to try to get themselves ahead, so they wouldn't want to be the team suffering for the Nonagon side to advance. But then talking about advancement, Yuki there advancing, getting 2 players down before he gets sent parking as well. 4G on the other side holding that angle pretty strongly. He finds a player. Seems like he's going to go ahead and find another one as well. Is that going to happen for him? Seems to find another one all the way to spawn, making sure that they do not spawn back. Gets 1, gets 2. And man is working overtime for his team. He's about to find another one. No, the vortex comes through and shuts the man down. That's 2 on the other side for the Mighty Esports side. 100 mark, triple digits. It is for the Nonagon side right now. ES moving in, it gets sent away. Nonagon is not slacking at all. They have control here. 101. They've been able to just top up just 1 point since they got into this hill, but right now they seem to have a little bit of control. 104.98 it is. Nonagon still standing strong. That machine is seems to is invested for Greyjoy right now. Is able to find the investment. No, it doesn't happen. Doesn't get reward for that investment there. It gets sent away. Celestia Inc. seems to be working overtime for the man from the Mighty Esports side, but then it gets sent back in on Nonagon, hunting it back, hunting like wolves, hunting like they do not want this to slip at all. 117, 118 now. 105 it is. Billy trying to force his way through. Contest comes through for the Mighty Esports team. He finds position, but then the position is not going to last long. Melee comes in from the Spirit side. It seems to be a lot of struggle right now from both teams. 123, 113 it is, and Nonagon seems to be edging towards victory little by little, but then you cannot call it because it seems to be very, very tightly twisted so far. Are we going to see another comeback as we move to the next hill? Because it seems like Mighty Esports has control now.
They have control. That will be 123, 121. And Swifty with equalizer trying to melt everyone down. And 123, 129, Mighty Esports takes it back. And where was that lead you talked about, Onaga? Because right now, Mighty Esports are taking things back into control. On Nonagon, they take it back. And they will say, Black Manta, this is the lead he talked about. As they equalize and take back that skill. And Devilman showing absolute mastery of the equalizer. The man is unaffected by what just happened against Cyclone Esports. They have that lead locked in. 143, 133. It's there. Scrap time's there as well. Devilman, XM4. Equalizer's done. XM4 will do the rest. 22 falls as well. 143. Mighty Esports takes back that hill again. They're contesting. They take it back. Scrap time. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. 1 second is enough to tie the scores. And rotation will go back to that hill.
Of course, it's going to go back, and it seems like it's going to be in favor of the Nonagon team. They seem to be playing very, very angry here, having lost that first round. You can see the energy with which they're approaching, this match right here. We have 149, 143 it is right now. Equalizing the team on the other side. That's Garrus. A lot of time seems to be holding time strongly in favor of his team. Sparrow invested for Yuki, is able to find reward, but then he gets sent back in. Greyjoy on the other side. That machine, it seems like all the operator skills seems to be coming in right now, because this is a time where you need firepower. You want to be able to extend the lead farther away, and it is high firepower that you would need to do that. Garrus a lot of time tries to move in, but then you have Mighty Esports already has that heal in their control right now. But anyways, the lead is still in the favor of the Nonagon team. You have Spider moving in that machine, but then it gets sent away. They're not going to let that happen. They're not going to let them have Putin. 167, 166. Are we going to have a 167 tie? Doesn't seem like that's going to happen, because Nonagon seems to be moving in for the early rotation, but then they're going to be chased to make sure that they do not find Putin there.
Deja vu, speed one all over again. And now Devilman falls. 168, 168. The scores are tied. A Mighty Esports, they're trying to break out. The tie is there, and then a Mighty Esports have lost the lead one more time. Nonagon take back that lead. 162, 169. It's there. The hill is there. They've got the dominance. They're keeping them out. The smokes are out. The grenades are out. Spider taking out Yuki. Gerard's forces will Billy fight the 2-piece there. 180, 172. They've got the hill back into control. Mighty Esports keeping them out. 4 more points to tie things out. And they've got numbers. The drone killed 5-1. Devilman, Swifty, and that's back and forth. Mighty Esports take back that lead. They are trying their best. Everyone's hands on deck, and almost looking like Mighty Esports, they have the lead. But how much can they hold on to it?
How much can they hold on to it is the question I have been asking myself as well, because Nonagon seems to be the angrier team tonight. It seems to be, the team that wants to win it. But then what do you expect from a team that just came back from a loss? Of course, that they're going to come with everything that they have. But everything that they have doesn't seem like it's enough right now, because Mighty Esports seems to be pushing the lead away. Down to Devilman right now. Equalizer comes through from the man from the Mighty Esports side. Is Equalizer able to find reward? Doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Nonagon. A lot of docking going on, but Geras a lot of times sends him away. 184 to 02 melee right now. It seems to be a very desperate one for the mighty Esports player right there, because they have to find a way to play that from 185 to 03. It is, they still have, they still have that point 207. They're on the 200 mark, 185. They're holding it tightly, making sure that no contest comes through, and that is what you would expect. But that is not happening for the Nonagon team, and they are in a very, very delicate spot right now. What they intend to do, as I see here, to try to see that they push that contest and find a way to grab that early rotation for the next heal, and it seems like that's already happening right now.
That's gonna be happening there, but that next hill is where they're gonna be first. Nonagons, their boys are there already. Smokes out, nades out, keeping them out of the hill. 4G, and 5-1 in the distance, and that's gonna be great joy as well. Getting taken down. Devilman fights another drone kill. Billy will fall as well. Yuki, that's one down. Nonagons trying to catch up. Doji with the war machine, trying to keep them out of that hill as much as they can. They go to the 200 point mark. 24 more points to equalize the score. 25 more for Mighty Esports to take the hard point, but they will say no. Nonagon still hunting for more. Great joy. Fall down, gets taken out. Billy falls as well. 208, 225. The hill is taken back again, but that contest is hard. That contest is heavy. But Mighty Esports, they have lost the hold, and now Nonagons have that hill.
Of course, Nonagon has it, and they're pushing it away. 219, 225. Mighty Esports seems to be stuck at 225 so far, and Nonagon seems to have closed that, and they're still pushing the lead away. 227 right now. This is very intense. I can't imagine what's going on in the mind of the players right there, because they are the ones in the center of the heat. 234, 235 now, 225. They seem to have been held down to say, look, you are not leaving here on Nonagon doing that, and they're doing it very, very well. 235 all the way to 2. They just need less than 15 points to close it right now. Players falling left, right, and center. That's Yuki there with the spiral, gets one. He's able to find another one. Equalizer locked in for Geras a lot of time. They're there, 246 any day now, and they're gonna close it. Of course, the vortex comes through, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna find any. On Nonagon locks it for their team. That was a very intense one, but one team has to win it, Black Matter, and on Nonagon a second Hardpoint.
One team has to win it. There's no better way to put it than that, Onaga. There's no better way to put it. One team, and that one team was Nonagons. They fought hard. It was a difficult one. Mighty Esports, the Senegalese team, they showed spirit, they showed vigor, they showed expertise, and they showed exceptional gameplay. They fought hard, they fought and fought. But honestly, at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough to take hard points. And now look at the stats. Spider FPS having 48 bomb, 179 impact, but the one with the max being Billy, 47. And on the other side, UK being the MVP, and Devilman having the maximum impact, 196 with 55.
You have to give it to these boys, man. They were down there 100 Mac, down around 100 and something there. I think 118, 117 thereabout when you had 225. How were they able to? No, it was 185, 225, but somehow 225 was locked there all the way until they climbed to the 200 mark and pushed it all the way to 250. How do you do that? What sort of magic was that? But then that's the Nonagon magic, and we've seen that tonight. You have to give it up for the players that made that happen there. Yuki was there holding it strongly, but then in terms of impact, not so much from Yuki anyways. 196 for Devilman. Devilman was really Devilman tonight, carrying the team heavily there. But then it was, just equal contribution. You have to say tightly equal contribution from every member of the team. The excellent gameplay, honestly. Excellent gameplay.
Excellent gameplay it is, man. Excellent gameplay. I gotta commend those guys, honestly, because this is a team that just got decimated. This is a team that just got beat down by Cyclone Esports. So speaking of psychology, it is impressive that they're able to play like this. They're able to compete like this. They're able to fight like this. It is impressive that they still have that fighting spirit preserved within them. I like that. I love that. This is what they call unaffected. This is what they call Yeah,
It's good to
please, go
see.
on.
Sorry to cut you. It's good to see a team that doesn't just throw in the towel. You know, when you get when you get destroyed like that, like what happened earlier. You know, it either destroys you, kills you totally, kills your moral totally, or sort of motivates you to want to do better. And in their case, they've been able to choose the other way around and come back stronger. And that's what you expect from a team that wants to win. We've seen cases where a team goes all the way to lower bracket, but somehow find their way top there and even go ahead to win the series. So who knows? Maybe Nonagon is just on their way to some magic like that.
Who knows? They might just be onto that magic, because that magic is what they need to become the 7th team on that list to qualify for the African Pro Series, because there's only one spot there for them. Only one. And that one spot cannot fit both teams. Cannot fit Mighty Esports and N9 at the same time. They can only fit one. And
Of
I
course,
do hope the best team win.
Of course, Mighty Esports on Nonagon, you've heard it. Only one seat left for this flight to take off to the Pro Series, and we're hoping that, of course, the best team would always win. So yeah, we're hoping to see any of the teams win. We can call it, at this point. But then one map has been taken, and it's been taken by Nonagon. We still have 2 matches left. When we come back, we're going to see how that's going to unfold.
To see how that's going to unfold. Of course, it's going to be the S&D, and you guys know how this plays. It's a different game mode. It's a different map. It's a different thing, man. It's a different thing, and we have seen the S&D. I hope none of us didn't exactly have the best S&D in the last game. Cyclone Esports, they made it so difficult. They choked so hard on it, and that was something that I did not want to see, but still it happened anyways. And now it's round 2. 1 round apiece for Nonagons. Who wants it more?
Oh well, we're gonna see from the reactions we have. I think we have who's there saying I think that's Kila right there from the chat saying Nonagon doesn't know S and D, but then you cannot call it. Every match is different. Every day is different. They could just come and just surprise you. So yeah, you can call it. It's never over until it is over. But then predictions are already coming in. Everyone already giving their reactions, which is what you expect. Some are fair, some are just from the position of bias, because there are times I don't want a particular team to win, so I'm gonna say, oh look, this team, they don't know how to do this. It's all it's all psychology. So, but then only the match itself can decide. So at the end of S&D, we're gonna see what's gonna go ahead and happen.
Yeah, looking at the polls here on YT, right? Looking at the polls on YT, there is a 71% of votes inclined towards the XN9 side, towards the Nonagon side, right? And then the rest are just Mighty Esports. It shows the inclinations of the people, but then filtering out those votes, right? Like you said correctly, there might be some bias, there might be some, some people giving honest votes and all that, what they honestly think and all that. But still, it shows the majority, what the majority think. So the majority right now on XN9, and that's impressive because judging on what just happened with their previous game, Cyclone Esports, it's a good thing that people still have faith in them at least.
You should not forget that they are not a bad team. All right, they are an excellent team, but somehow they fell on the wrong side of history. I think I'll just say that they fell on the wrong side of time, and that happened to them. But then, from the way they've carried themselves so far, especially with their first match with Mighty Esports, you should understand that they are not a bad team. So you can't just say, oh, coming out from, they're a good team, but then something bad happens to good people too. So that just happened to them. So hopefully they'll be able to, come back stronger. But then that is not putting Mighty Esports down. They have one map. Who knows? We can go ahead and see Control tonight. I would love to see a third map. We've not seen Control so far. Maybe this is the first time we're going to be seeing Control tonight. But then S&D already started. We're in the perspective of 4G for N9. They're going to be very respectful. It's always like that. The first 1-2 minutes, the tempo is always very slow until they begin picking each other up. But then we have 4G. Seems like a scope is open to a player on the other side, but that guy is going to slide away. It's not going to happen today, but then a player already falls to him. 4G gets sent parking as well. Takes it to 4-4 in terms of, player count on the field right now.
Player come to the field. Jiras picked up one PMP. Weapon in hand. Weapon used to execute. And now 3v2. Oh, make that a 3v. Actually, make that a 2v2. Devilman will fall. Toji finds him. And now Toji bomb not pass. They want to go for touch and burn. Almost a mistake, but Billy somehow pulls it through. Jiras falls. Now 2v1. Last man standing. Great Joy. The last Kage, the last person on the side of Nonagon's. Mighty Esports already off to a great start here, but not so fast. It's a 1v2. Can Greyjoy make the clutch? It's going to be the big question here. Bomb still not planted. 45 seconds on the clock.
Well, 45 seconds, that's pretty much slim. You want to get bomb planted or you want to get comeback done. One thing has to happen, and then you have Toji there, has support from the other player on the other side. That's Billy giving him support right there. It's Toji and Billy up against Great Joy on the other side. Great Joy trying not to give up unnecessary information, but information already coming through. It seems like that man is going to go down. It is a 1-1 right now, sends him away. It is Billy up against Great Joy. Billy trying to be careful on the other side. Great Joy knows where it is. Information being sent back and forth. Oh my God. And Billy clutches that. Having the second round go in favor. Sorry, the first round go in favor of Mighty Esports. That was very intense at the last moment right there. But then it went on to lock, I must say, and then it counted for the Mighty Esports team as we go into the second round for S&D.
Honestly, man, I don't even know what that was. I don't even know why. He got the man planted, but that round 2 is gonna be back and forth. Spider gets straight up, but takes out Great Joy before he gets taken out. Now Yuki falls as well. It's a 3v3, 3v4, make that a 3v3, and Numpa's gonna fall. 4G falls as well. 50 takes him down, and now 2v3 is where we're at. Nonagon, they don't have numbers advantage anymore. It's 3v. Devilman takes out 50. Toji falls. Devilman picks up a double with the XM4, and now Billy, the last man standing there. 1v2. Siege, and that's another touch and burn mistake. The same thing he did in the last game, man.
Another 1v2, but this time in reverse. It's in the favor of the Nonagon side because you have Devilman and a lot of time Garrett standing here up against Billy on the other side. It was one of the 1v2 standing for the Mighty Esports side on the other time in the previous round. Man has pistol in hand. Devilman on the other side pretty much holding that angle tightly, making sure that no player comes through there. It pretty much knows that Billy will be there because information has gone. That's trying to bait the play on the other side. Guerra's holding that angle tightly. Guerra's still there a lot of time. Billy is going to try to move away. Of course, a 1v1 it is right now. It is Billy up against Guerra's the lot of time. Guerra's up against Billy. Billy taking damage right there. What happens next? Shuts him down. Guerra's goes ahead, defuses. Seems this round is going to go the way of Nonagon. And it has happened. 1-1 it is, and the scores are level again.
The scores are level again. Look at that replay, man. Look at that smoke. And from Billy, and just shooting through the smoke and taking advantage of the cover. Man, you can tell that they really wanted to take that round. Nonagons. Now they've tied things out. We're still seeing the same pattern we saw in the Hardpoint, where it was a back and forth. And now Devilman finds Spider. That's the first blood drawn. And now Nonagons, they have the numbers advantage. 5v4. Toji with a bomb not planted just yet. 4G falls. That's not looking good. That's a third one dropped. And now numbers, the dominoes now stacked against Mighty Esports. That's another taking down, and the entire team cleaned up. Great Joy takes second round for Nonagons.
No way that just happened. That man just dropped them like kebab stick. You know what they call it? Yeah, chicken kebab. Just stacked them up with the XM4, and that round went the way of the Nonagon team as we move into the fourth round after 3 matches in favor right now of Nonagon. Devilman standing, Nade going out. Garrus a lot of time on the other side, holds position. It seems like you have Great Joy having one reward right there, gets a player knocked down. You know, having 1-2 is List as Billy on the other side with the sniper, doesn't find anyone, finds a player there, but then it gets damaged. Instead, it's going to move away, try to be evasive. It pops the smoke, gets that rotation on to the other side. Billy, sniper still in hand, is on to Great Joy on the other side. The man is very excellent with the XM4, but then yeah, Billy gets a player down there. That was very, very smart. and he got the reward right there. He's able to find another one. Knows a player is there, but then he gets sent away, and that round has gone the way of Hunt Nonagon. 4-1 it is right now. Hunt Nonagon looking good. Seems like it's happening the way it happened previously, but then this is S&D, and anything can always happen. We're on all the way onto 7 rounds, and it's 3-1 right now, favor of Hunt Nonagon.
Well put. Anything can happen. IT Esports. This is not the time to slack off. You showed us how powerful you were, how mighty you were in the hardpoint. Now it's time to show us how strong you can be here. Spider takes out Jiraz. Swifty takes out Yuki. That's 2 for 1. Now it's a 4v3 situation. Make that 4v2, make that 3v2. Bomb being planted by Toji. No time to waste here. Novas are dropping like flies. It's 2v3. Devilman still there. Greyjoy still there. And now the men who can make it work against 3 members of Mighty Esports. Can they clutch the situation? Information given out, they know they are there, they are being careful, they might be boxing them in, but 50 takes out Greyjoy. Now my last man standing fights one with the XM4. That's 1 down, 2 to go. Sees the man. Sees Toji, but Toji gets him first. And Mighty Esports will take that round for themselves.
Of course, they have to be very happy with that, because if they had lost that, then they would have had so much work to do. Now they just need 1 round to close it, but then the Nonagon team has 4 to go. They're closer to 7 than Mighty is right now. Yuki with the grenade right there. Trophy system gets shut down. You have Garrus a lot of time. He's able to find a player. The aim not sitting right. He gets sent away. Garrus on the other side, swiftly back here. Gonna take that position, finds Devilman, sends Devilman away. Mighty seems to be looking good. It is a 3v5 right now. All man standing for the Mighty side. Is proving how mighty they are right now. Bomb is going to be planted by Toji. 3v5 it is, and they're still standing. Billy on the other side, not satisfied yet, finds a player, but then it gets sent away by Garrus. Garrus right there makes it a 3v4. Swiftly on the other side as well. Spider still standing. Yuki there. Yuki finds him, sends him away, shuts down the trophy system. It's a 3v3 right now. 40 on this side, find the player, sends him away with a sniper. Oh my God, 2v1 and make it a 2v0. They are very clear to defuse right now. Yuki is going to do the honors. And yeah, they have it. A little bit of trolling happening there. They have it on Nonagon. They're going to take that round. After 6 round 4-2, it's in the favor of Nonagon.
Man, that was intense. That was absolutely intense. You can tell Nonagons, they want to be added on that list, man. They want to go to the Pro Series, and they are showing us that they want it more. Mighty Esports, I don't know what is going on right here, but you really need to pick up the pace. You really need to keep up. Billy takes out Greyjoy. Terras falls as well. That's 2 down. Mighty Esports responding to what I just said. 4 members down out of nowhere, and it's 4v1. Devilman, last man standing. Toji, he sees the man, but no. Poetic Force, Devilman. And now, waiting, holding in line. Devilman, patience and trigger discipline just might be the solution to this. He sees the man walk out there. Devilman doesn't waste a second. Puts him down. Swifty falls. Now repositioning here. 1v2. The man is holding out with a back shot from Toji. Will put him down and secure that round for Mighty Esports.
Well, that would have been nice. I'm pretty sure that the adrenaline in the camp of the Nonagon side would have been very, very high there when Devilman was doing that. Would have been nice to go ahead and see that clutch, but then that didn't happen for him. We have Toji right now. Yuki there with the trophy system trying to stop the nade coming from the other side. That's Swiftly on the other side as well. Garrus a lot of time in position. No player down on either sides yet. 5v5 players still locked down for them. Yuki there, and of course you have Spidey there. Everybody has to be very careful. 4G there with the sniper as well. Do not peek, otherwise you're gonna go away. Spidey finds one. He gets sent back in himself. 4G on the other side. Make it a 2v4 right now in favor of the Mighty Esports side. I don't know how that cleansing happened, but it seems like the Nonagon side are being cleansed by the Mighty Esports side. Your 4G there is able to get the snipe. No, it doesn't do a poetic. Sends him away poetically, and that's 4-4, scores a level.
Sends him away poetically. That was one wicked line right there, man. 5 2v5 round 9 is where we are. Mighty Esports have caught up and tied the scores. This is what we saw in the Hardpoint reenacted in the S&D, and of course absolute cinema. A gunfight are gonna come in there, and Geras falls to Spider. Actually takes Spider out, not falling, and now Poetic falls as well. 4G fights his 55 step. Man, this is the man. They're getting out the smoke scroll, trying to hide in the cover of the smoke. They don't see the man there. The man trying to go for more, but a back shot from 4G with a pistol puts him down. And now 2v4, make that 2v3. And Doji with a type 63 trying to find more here. 2v2, that's a double for Billy. And one, yeah, Doji, the man you are. The man you absolutely are. The defuse comes through, and Mighty Esports are taking the lead.
What did we just watch? We just witnessed a massacre in that final moment there with Toji. Excellent. I'm pretty sure the teammates are happy with him. We're in the perspective of Toji, the man that just did that great work for his team, sending them into one step into the lead right there. Toji still standing. Scope open there, pretty much trying to be very careful, not trying to, make any slip right there. We're still onto Toji finding that wall bank there. It doesn't, looking for that wall bank. He doesn't find it. The player gets sent back in. That's Spider doing that right there, getting sent away that swiftly, getting sent away. We're still onto Spider. It's a 3v3 situation. Spider still standing, trying to be sneaky, finds another one. He's able to find the third one. They're going to move away. They don't want to be facing the onslaught. The Spider seems to be holding right there. Oh my God, 4-6. It is Spider holding that stairway and holding it strongly. 4-6 it is, and Mighty Esports is in a comfortable lead. They just need this round to close it if they're able to clutch it like they did in the previous round.
Match points for Mighty Esports. This just might be it. This just might be what they need to force out that control. This just might be it, man. One more round, and then we get a control, man.
Of course, it seems like we're going to be going on to control, except that the Nonagon team are able to do some magic here. It doesn't seem like that magic is happening 3v3. It is right now. We're on the perspective of Toji, the man that did the miracle earlier, sending them into that lead. And it seems like the miracle is going to work again. We're still 3v3. Yuki back there. The players being very respectful right now, not trying to make any slip, not trying to push recklessly, but then information going back and forth. Everybody knows where everybody is. Toji knows the player is there, trying to find that wall bang. It's not happening for him. Yuki back there, not trying to pick that door. If you do that, you might be in trouble. He knows that. Toji is still there as well, still trying to find that wall bang, trying to find those chip kills, which is actually very important. If you can kill without, with less risk, that's actually very important. Getting the kill with less risk is very important as well. Yuki, they're going to travel now. As the players on the other side are not going to find them, they're going to go ahead and try to find them as well. That's Greyjoy back there, machine gun pistol in hand, XM4 there. Is he going to pick that stairway? No, it's going to go all the way around. Doesn't find a player there. Pretty much going in circles right here. We're going to go round in circles, merry-go-round, but then Poetic does a poetic job again. Seems like the plant is coming in from Greyjoy on the other side. Make the 2v2 right now. That man gets sent away. It's a 2v1. Only Spider is standing right now. Would Spider be able to shoot those webs and get them locked in so he can clutch this round for the team? Would that happen right here? Spider moving in, trying to be very sneaky back there. That's Yuki holding that position. He has a player on the other side. He pretty much knows where they will be. These are experienced players. Greyjoy on the other side. They have him sandwiched. Right now he gets Greyjoy away, but Yuki sends him. You are not going to take this. 5-6. We are coming on to you. You're trying to get the scores level. It would be nice to see them level it anyways to extend this. What do you think?
Man, that was absolute strategy there. In that place, one stood at the left, one stood at the right. If you take out one, the other one takes you out. Exactly. That was just absolute strategy. Nonagon's knew what they were doing. They played that one well. And Mighty Esports now, they have one more, maybe Mighty, but potentially, but Billy falls. That's one down on Nonagon's. May just want to tie things out. 4G already finding the first blood drawn. Lead by example, of course, 5v4. Now, look at the minimap. 3 players on that A side, 1 player on that B side. Meanwhile, Nonagon spread out through the sides of the map. And now, it's Toji. The man is holding now on that B side. They have blocked both sides of the bomb because they know Nonagon's want to come and capture, but that was a close one. 4G on the sniper, looking for his next target there. Sees the man slice through and doesn't miss. Toji falls. That's another down. 5v3. 4G still leading by example here. Now, might run into another here. Might see him, might see Swifty, the man is crouching, pump faking, and just making sure he doesn't throw too much, but takes out 4G. And now vital kill drone. 4v3 is where we're at. Nonagon still have the numbers advantage.
Oh, Nonagon has it. It seems like we're going to go through that control after all. Greyjoy goes in with the plant. They have a bit of advantage right now because the team on the other side have two things to chase. Get the players out and at the same time get the defuse. You have enough time, 37 seconds. Time is not in your favor and they're not taking players down as well. It is a 4v2. Spider and Poetic. Are we going to see those Poetic shots again? It doesn't seem like it because the Nonagon side are not making any slips because you see Devilman here not trying to make any slips. He gets a player down, gets another one down as well, sends them away. Only Poetic is left right now to do this heavy lifting, which he obviously cannot do. 6-6 scores a level. It can go either way now.
Jesus, what the hell is this? What the hell are we watching? My patience is waning. My patience is waning. Guys, if you know the song, you need to know where I'm going with this. But don't worry, let's just skip that hype until later. Because right now it's still 5v5. Final round, there will be no overtime. This is the round that determines who gets to go to the African Pro Series. And it's Gerard with a two-piece. Gerard falls. You can fight one. Billy Toji falls. One member left. Nonagons. They have four. 4 against 1. 1 down. 3 against 1. Greyjoy falls. And that's a 1v3. Bomb dropped. It's a TDM. Full-on TDM right now. The players are there. Nate's thrown onto that B side. It's everything on the line here. 1v3. Can he make the clutch? It's gonna be the question. Poetic. This will be absolutely poetic if you make this clutch. This will be a move of history here. It will be the one saving grace your team has. But they know he's there. They know one player is there. And now gradually he will make his move. Damn! What
No!
He sees the man, takes him down. Is this entertaining? Is the question to ask.
No way. I thought that we're going to go ahead and see control, but Devilman proved why he is Devilman. He's going to stop you in your tracks, and they've stopped the mighty Esports team tonight. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. From 225, 186, they got a 250, 225, and then I think we saw a 6-4. Was it 6-4 all the way to a 7-6? Come on. What did we just witness?
Mighty choked the S&D. Mighty choked the S&D. This was just absolute cinema. Production just said him. This was absolute cinema. Starting from the Hardpoint over to the S&D, Nonagons, they were on their game tonight. They did not let the loss against Cyclone Esports get to them. Psychology checked. Gameplay checked. Man.
Come on. The mental energy was just not there for the mighty Esports team. You can see that in terms of the skill department, they had it, but somehow it seems like they got weak at some point, maybe mental fatigue, sort of, I don't know what happened there, but then the team seemed to be looking good. But to chuck something like this that was already in your hand, you had an advantage. You have an opportunity to move it all the way to another round where you possibly have an opportunity to get the lead and then you sell it. Come on. I hope they're able to sleep well tonight.
I do hope they're able to sleep well tonight. Honestly, production is laughing right now because of what Onaga just said. And honestly, the funny thing is that he was the one supporting Mighty Esports. And now he's laughing. You see production biting you guys in your back. But then, yeah, it was an amazing game we just witnessed. I love the fact that Mighty Esports at least put up their best, because this is just a peak game to witness. The Hardpoint, the S&D, everything in totality was an amazing and exceptional game to see. N9 not giving up, have qualified for the African Pro Series as the 7th team on that slot.
WN9. W on Nonagon. Excellent gameplay indeed. That's what you love. We love to see A team that seems like they've been beaten and battered, but somehow they're able to find that motivation and find themselves back into the game. And you have to remember Devilman with that clutch earlier. I don't know how he found the kill. Someone in the chat in the reaction said lizard movement. I think that's what you're going to call it. That was Devilman right there. Gets one. I think he went ahead and got the other one as well. It was excellent from this team. And that snipe, of course, that 4G snipe, there's no way you're going to forget that. That was excellent. W's on Nonagon. Beautiful gameplay. You deserve that win. We have to state that.
Yep, we have to state that, man. For a team that was absolutely decimated to make a comeback like this, man, yeah, I can agree with you there, man. I can definitely agree with you there. But then it was an amazing game. Looking at the stats now, over to that. We'll see Devilman, of course, the GOAT. 166 maximum impact, 16 bomb on his side, 12 for UK, 10 for Geras, Greyjoy 7, even Stevens with 4G. And for someone that led with the example, not having the maximum bomb, at least he secured the win for his team, yeah?
Of course. And that's actually very, very important, to be able to deliver when it matters. And then you have to give it up for the man. Devilman actually led very well there, led by example. But then for qualified teams, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams complete match. Either Trinity, Paradox, Sierra 7, Eclipse Gaming, Cyclone, and of course, the team that fought really hard to be here on Nonagon.
Great. And Fico. You can tell Nonagon is a team that does not take no for an answer. From the upper brackets, they got relegated downwards to the lower brackets. And yet, it wasn't enough. The game isn't over until it's over, like Onaga said. And that's the psychology that they had.
Of course, that's the psychology that every good player should have. They've been able to show us that quality tonight. And of course, we thank them for it. We thank them for giving us excellent entertainment tonight. I'm pretty sure that everyone that was watching didn't expect how the game turned out, but then it is what it is. That's why we're always here. That's why we love to be here. Being able to see those things that we did not expect is going to happen, go ahead and happen. That's the history behind the game. And it's the beauty, it's the history that keeps the game alive. And be able to witness another history tonight from Nonagon team coming out from the mud and standing up on top with the guys that are actually been able to work their way there.
And with that being said, guys, that's it for our third game tonight. Of course, there's one more slot for a lucky team that will go to the African Pro Series. And of course, that will be known in our final game 4 for tonight. But before that, we're going to go on a short break right now. And when we come back, we'll get to know which team it will be. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. It's the final curtain for the qualifiers, guys. We'll be right back. We're back again, and it's the final round, the final game rather for tonight. And it's our sponsors, our Sports Gaming, ASG versus NATO Gaming. Of course, what a beautiful way to end tonight than with our sponsors showing off what they can do. Onaga, what do you have to say about that, man?
Well, it's ASG and NATO. Honestly, I'm not supposed to take sides, but then ASG is the reason why we're here. But so you should expect a little bit of. I'm not going to expressly say it. You should expect a little bit of bias, from me. Then ASG, NATO, anything can always happen. NATO understanding that they are playing against a team that is sponsoring tonight. They're pretty much going to bring everything that they have. So yeah, the match has not started yet, so we cannot call it. We already know that NATO is a very aggressive side. We saw them earlier against Eclipse, another very aggressive side. NATO Gaming is an Hardpoint, is very solid Hardpoint team, and we're gonna be seeing Hardpoint first. But then this is against ASG, so yeah, they have to bring everything they have tonight. They seem to be the ones that will be pushing. They will be the Sisyphus of tonight, pushing that rock uphill. So it's gonna be an uphill task for them tonight. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see what will happen at the end of this night.
One more slot. One more slot. To who will go for the Pro Series with the rest of the 7 teams. We already have Mashada, Trinity, PDX, Series 07, Eclipse Gaming, Cyclone Esports, the ones who decimated Hunt Nonagons, and Hunt Nonagons, the ones who walked from the ground up and said, I built this shit. Me, brick by brick. And now they're here going to the Pro Series. And one more, ASG, NATO Gaming, Hardpoint on Combine. Let's go, Naga.
Of course, it started and instinct is there again. Are we going to be seeing, that instinctive gameplay from this man? He did it earlier, but then that was not enough to get them the win. Are they going to clutch it this time? Instinct still standing, but then you have ASG already there. It seems like they're going to go ahead and get that lead up. Of course, Insight already in position for Hardpoint capture. 11-3 it is right now. NATO Gaming seems to be, doing what they know how to do. They have that very aggressive style where they push the lead, far away from you. 17-3 it is right now. But then it's not far away yet. It's still able to call at this point. But Yellow is in position trying to make sure that that does not happen. Sends a player before he could pick that window there. Sends another one away as well as the contest came through. The contest is still there, but then he's still working very hard to make sure that it doesn't establish. Yellow, it is 6 players down to the man. 34-3 it is. Another contest coming through from him, shooting through the smoke, just trying to find anybody he can find. He gets sent away. Trig on the other side gets sent away as well. They're moving in for early rotation. Seems like they have it right now. Ninja in point, but then Ninja gets sent away. Yellow still standing again. Mr. OBJ, if you can call him that, is there. 39-48 it is as Yellow gets sent away. Contest still standing strong.
Standing strong indeed. ASG finally able to zone out NATO Gaming from that hill. Potential on the hill for them. They still got time, but NATO Gaming are quick to take it back. And now, Instinct from 7, weapon in hand there. He does have a chance to wipe them out, but no, he's going to be taken out early. Now, it's a 50-point mark. NATO Gaming, 50-point mark already achieved. Try hard, doing what he can, but Yellow's going to shut him down real quick. No time there, no chance there. That's going to be him sliding through. That's a double picked up already. Maybe a triple there with the XM4. A triple it will be. Of course, getting shot down there. Grim taking out one. That's a double there. NATO Ninja falling 56-24. ASG taking back scraps. Rotations already onto that next hill is where ASG, their boys, will have to work for scraps. But then NATO Gaming already there first.
Of course, you do not want to be depending on scraps because most of the time when you have scrap advantage, it's because the other team has early rotation, and that's happened right here. You have Instinct there trying to cut them off to ensure that they have establishment in the OBJ. Is going to go ahead, go for that spawn trap. Annie in hand, finds one player, finds another one as well. It seems he's going to find a triple. No way. It gets sent back in, but inside already there. Death Machine locked in for him, making sure that nobody picks that door and doesn't go back with a reward. And that player finds a reward from the Death Machine as well. You have Ninja there with the equalizer, making sure that nobody spawns through. But then cares for ASG. That's Kaz, that sends him back. But inside finds insides and sends him away. 86, 87, 33, 89. It is Trauma coming there. Will Trauma be able to deal Trauma? Trauma comes in with contest, but then inside sends him away with that insightful gameplay that's been holding on to since the match started. Triggs there. Triggs has been falling left, right, and center. I don't know what's happening. It seems like they're going to go ahead for early rotation. They pretty much have established that, that heal is gone. Let's just go and farm the next heal. But then, will NATO allow that happen here tonight?
We did allow that here tonight. I don't know what's happening with Trick, but 2 kill point mark. I wonder what's going on, but then he does find one. The friend comes through, double kill, found Yellow now. Sparrow through the smoke, trying to shut down what's left of ASG. But now Instinct 2 piece picked up already. 103 above the 100-point mark already. NATO Gaming, no chills at all. Yellow 3-piece picked up there with the VMP. And now we gotta ask the question: is there any comeback from this? Right with the Ram 7 3-piece picked up. They have families, bro. Chill. NATO Gaming, chill. 122-38. Onaga, scrap time in their favor. Instinct, the kill feed. Oh, blue. ASG. What is the response? Because right now, the lead is 100 difference.
100 difference it is right now, very much established. And I think I'm going to quote Killer again from the feedbacks right there. NATO in Pigeon Balance. NATO no get joy, yo. And we're seeing that they do not have any joy here tonight. They seem to be very angry. 141-38. They pinned them down there and said, look, you are not going to cross 38 tonight. Inside comes through, making sure they don't come out of spawn. As you spawn, you die. Is that going to happen? No, it doesn't happen. That's Rai right there with the War Machine, making sure that is going to deal the war to the players as they come out of spawn. But then it's been sent back in Yellow still there, making sure that no player comes through and tries to contest at all. Contest will not happen here tonight. Yellow finds another player. Since he's going to find a third one, he finds him before he even lands, but then he gets sent away. But that's not enough, because you also have to move into that objective. But then that's not going to happen anytime soon. There's Streets right there with the equalizer. Will Equalizer be able to equalize it for them right now? They have not been able to move away from 38 so far, because NATO is saying that no, that's not going to happen. Instinct instinctively takes down 3 players, and the man is not satisfied yet. Machine gun pistol back and forth. Are we going to have an investment there? No, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. No player goes down there. And 189-34, it is Annihilator locks in for Instinct. Instinct still standing strong, finds one player, finds another one. What is going on? What is going on? Instinct finds another one as well. It seems like man is not satisfied yet. He's not satisfied yet. He is going to exhaust the Annihilator and get another one. 196, 197, 42. Yellow it is right now. Will Yellow be able to do it? Inside comes in with a Death Machine. Everybody rooting out the operator. Skills right here. And Rai, he comes in as well. Every player seems to be hungry on this team. He gets sent away by Triad. But then, that is not before they got comfortably seated on the 200 mark. Black Matter. 208.
This is almost a 200 score lead. This is the first time this is happening there. Inside, trying to keep them out of that hill. And NATO Gaming absolutely riding on comfortable grounds like that. Try has to pick picks up already. And then finally scrap time. NATO Gaming will have to leave that one. At least let them have the scraps. ASG trying to feed off what's left of that. But then the hill locked in already. On to that next hill. They're already there. NATO Gaming is there. 56-18. And they know that time is running out. They know it's only a matter of time. Instinct on the 44 kill mark. Highest in the whole lobby. 223, 56, triple kill picked up by the man. Make that 4. Ram 7 will be the weapon of choice for that chaos dealt. Now to 26:59. 40. Ninja Instinct with a bread. Finds Stroma. Inflicts Stroma on him. And now 2:30:59. ASG have no ground whatsoever. 2:33:59. They're closer than ever. They know it's gone. They know it's gone. The hill is still there. Inside picks up another 2-piece. Their Instinct with around 7, and at this point, 8 more. Yellow picks up a 2-piece. Instinct again. Ram 7 weapon in hand. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and they put them out of their misery as Hardpoint is for NATO Gaming.
Oh my God. 250-59. Like I said earlier, NATO is actually a very dangerous hardpoint side. They've done it over and over again. You saw their performance against another very strong team, and you saw how tightly knitted, how tightly fisted that contest was. So yeah, if you're playing NATO hardpoints, you have to be wearing your jeans, like a governor in my country will say. But it didn't seem like ASG was wearing their jeans tonight. So like they'll say in pidgin parlance, I have to say now, wow.
Man, now why indeed? And look at this. Look at this. Look at the stats, man. 50 bomb, Instinct, 196, almost at 200 impact, 197 for inside 31. Now, to put things into perspective, yeah, the same thing we saw with Cyclone Esports and Hunt Nonagon to their game. The lowest skills in NATO right now is higher than the highest skills in ASG.
On the other side, that's on the ASG team. And I really do not know what to say. But then this is my host, so yeah, of course, I am going to be on their side. So I'm standing in solidarity with ASG tonight. But then NATO seemed to have been the best team from the Hardpoint match tonight. You cannot dispute that at all. But then in solidarity with my host, W's.
Of course, WCSG. Hopefully, we get a better performance in the S&D.
Of course,
looking forward to that. There's still 2 maps. There's right? There's a chance here for them, but still with the way NATO Gaming played, man, they're gonna have to definitely up their game if they want that last slot, because NATO Gaming are showing that they want it right now. Looking at the polls on the on the ASG YT channel right now, you can tell that the polls are inclined more towards NATO Gaming. And it's not even by a funny margin. The margin is wide.
Of course. Success. Sorry to cut you there. Success would always have many friends. There's some persons that they're pretty much on the fence earlier. Once they see this performance, they're gonna jump in and tilt towards NATO Gaming. Success has many friends, but then we still have 2 maps that will pretty much be the decider tonight. And ASG has the opportunity for comeback. So yeah, we're expecting that that's going to happen, of course. Oh, of course, that's it. ASG has the opportunity to come back. We have S&D, and of course, we have S&D, and of course, we still have control tonight, and ASG has the opportunity to go ahead and show us, stuff they're made of. The teams that are better off in a particular mode, and when it gets to another mode, they pretty much go ahead and show. I don't know if that's going to be the case for NATO Gaming side. It seems to be very high-spirited tonight. Are they going to push that high spirit all the way through? And you also know that winning can also be a bit of motivation. Maybe not, but then everything is always up to chance. We still have 2 matches left.
Okay, I think we're live.
All right.
Yep, welcome back. Welcome back. Apologies for all that earlier, guys. And Nigeria happened. But anyways, it's the S&D, and of course it's game 2. Nonagon. Let's see how ASG responds, man. Let's see how they respond to what happened in the Hardpoint.
Yeah, of course, that's what everyone will be expecting tonight, a response from ASG, because, the match earlier was just not, great at all. ASG. So, yeah, of course, we already started SND and NS, and that's Trauma right there, dealing Trauma, but then he got concussed, gets sent away, and it seems like the first one has gone the way of... The first match have gone the way of NATO Gaming. That was a very sweet one. It's gone the way of NATO Gaming, but then it's the first match, and anything can still happen. We're going into the next one, Instinct, with a little bit of inspection right there. Now we're going in proper Instinct with a bit of support from Ninja right there. Is going to try to go ahead and get the peak. Innocent players might be coming in from there. Of course, any player at this level should know that that's going to go ahead and happen. Is it going to keep up them? They're pretty much a lot of players coming in, but then they sent him away inside right now with a sniper. We know how good inside is with that sniper, but then it gets damaged right there. They're stacking up all the way, trying to ensure that if one player gets down, there's another player there to give support. Inside gets sent away. It is Ninja now. Make that a 3v4. Numbers are locked in for the ASG team, and they're still standing pretty strong. 3-4 it is in terms of player count on the field of play.
Now it's 2-4. And of course, NATO Gaming, they started out strong, but it looks like ASG are starting to respond well as well. That's Yellow, fight one, snipe, HSD. That was clear. Oh, what the hell? Yellow, 2-piece. Gets shot down though. Grim takes him down. Ninja trades Grim out. That's a slide through. Ninja picks up a 2-piece. And now a quick one. It will be the defuse come through. And NATO Gaming somehow managed to take the second round.
Well, any day now, we're expecting that response will come through. That's what we're here for. ASG, wake up soon. NATO Gaming, 2 points ahead, all the way to 7. And ASG has not been able to find that response so far as we move into the third round. Ninja, sniper in hand. And that's Instinct on the other side, giving that support. The man is going to push deep. Trauma on the other side has a sniper as well. Inside, but there finds damage. But then it's not enough to give him that kill. He gets sent away. Yellow on the other side with a shotgun in hand. Now we're on to Rahi. Rahi back there, gets sent back. And Rahi still there, sorry. That's Ninja getting sent away there. They're stacking as usual inside. Ninja finds him, sends him away, goes ahead for the reload. Is going to just get into proper position now, try to get another one. But then that doesn't come through for him. He's still there, not satisfied yet. But Grim goes in there for the quick plant. It is a 3v3 situation right there. Rahi on the other side. You have 3 players stacked there as they usually play. That's Grim back there with a grenade. And we have Ninja with a sniper, making sure that no player comes through. He's going to go in for the rotation, try to box them in. Ninja trying not to make it. Let's give up unnecessary information, but then Kaz knows that he is there, but he sends him away. Machine gun pistol. 2-2 it is right now. Ninja still standing strong. He's going to go ahead and try to give support to the player on the other side. Machine gun pistol from Riot gets a player down. He gets sent away himself. 1-1 it is all the way to a 1-0 right now. It is Ninja comfortably defusing for NATO Gaming 3-0. Come on.
You gotta ask the question, how does NATO Gaming keep coming out of these clutches, man? What are we seeing here? What is going on?
I don't know.
Because we will start off the SMD with things looking like ASG definitely have the round in check. They have the numbers advantage. They have the positioning advantage. And somehow NATO just flips the script and says, hey, look, Black, let's show you something new. Let's show you something different. 2 rounds back to back. Now the 4th round, we get straight into actually 3 rounds back to back. 4th round, the flashbang is there. 5v5, number still preserved though. Smoke giving off the location. That's Yellow with the HSD. Missed that shot. And now maybe wanted to try another one there. The nades, the smoke as well, thrown out as well. And now so far so good. Nobody picked up just yet. Ninja, sniper in hand, trying to look for a value just yet. Maybe patience or trigger discipline. Try hard. Picks up Pride. That's 1 down. 4v5. Maybe another inside. A little too slow there. Takes out 1 do. Try hard falls. And now another falls as well. Oh my goodness. Decimating. That's a 2-piece. Picked up. Make that a 3-piece. Picked up. Inside. Maybe 4. Maybe an ace. Maybe, but then gets taken out now. Trauma puts him down. Triple 4. Instant gets a 2-piece on the round 7. And the round is done. NATO Gaming 4-0.
Oh my God. This seems to be a clean sweep right now. There were a lot of maybes right there, but then at the end of it all, it was a better maybe for the NATO game inside. We're on to instinct right now as we move into the 5th round. Yellow it is on the other side with the shotgun as well. And yellow with the shotgun still standing. You're not going to pick that door recklessly, of course. Inside back there with the sniper. Is going to find those insightful kills that we all love. Rai on the other side as well. Ninja back there in his usual spot, but it seems like he's overused that position and is paid dearly for it. Rai on the other side, we're 3v4 right now. Seems like they're going to go ahead for that quick plan. That's very important at this point. But then players are getting sent away. 2v3 right now. It is yellow back there still standing strong. And you have insights on the other side as well. Left to clutch this 2v3. They're all inside of the building. Not a very good place to be. You know, if you have a player, especially when you're against two players, the box inside of that place effortlessly. There, inside yellow, sorry. Is he able to find that? No, it doesn't seem to happen. No, he finds one with a shotgun. And it seems like the flashbang is working there for the man, but he's not able to get that reward. He's up against two players now in that kebab sandwich position. Is he able to move away? No. ASG finally finds a footing forward. 4-1 after the end of that round. 4-1. Finally.
I love that. Finally is the word. Finally. Hopefully it's the start of something new for ASG, because that round taking was just a break in the back-to-back rounds NATO has taken from them. And now we get straight to round 6. Let's see how this goes. Inside's giving that sniper and toxic blooms as well in hand. Then looking at things. Now, gunshots, Ninja taking shots there, but Tryhard takes out Instinct first. Vital kill. That's 1 down, 5v4. ASG may be on their way to something different. Maybe something that might go in a different way from the previous rounds in the beginning.
Yeah, that's what we expect. Something that goes a different way. Or maybe they were just letting them take the lead. But then, we do not know yet. But play by play, we can see yellow here. Man with the shotgun still, they seem to be taking, that stairway a lot of times. They seem to be caught there a lot of times. That's inside and yellow again, up against 5 players on the other side. They seem to be taking them out one after the other. Only inside is left standing to do this enormous work right here. It's been picked, and it is 4-2 right now. Is not able to go ahead and do that for the team. They've lost it. They have lost it. And it is 4-2 after 6 rounds. 4-2 after 6 rounds, all the way to 7.
Man, I gotta come on and say, ASG are starting out something new. Potentially forcing out a control. Potentially, they'll come from 5v5, round 7. They do have the numbers there. Numbers are tied. Nobody. Yeah! Oh, what the hell? Toxic Blooms. Instinct 4. Tryhard 4. Yellow 4s as well. Tryhard picks up one though. Gets straight out. Grim trades in yellow. And now it's a 3v4. Grim there. The shot comes in. The sniper shots, but nothing yet. 3v4. ASG have the numbers advantage.
Of course, numbers locked in for ASG. But then it's a 3v3 right now. And that's Kaz right there holding up his right. Is going to go ahead for that quick plan. It's a 3v3 right now. Of course, you have to go ahead and give yourself a little bit of advantage for an advancement forward. Oh my God! Make it a 3v1 right now, because that's it right now. Make that 3v2. NATO Gaming seems to be looking good right here, right there, holding that position really strongly. A player coming on the other side. Hopefully that man is not unlucky. And on either side, 5-2 it is, and NATO Gaming has taken that home easy, extending that lead even further. They're 3 points away from the ASG side right now, and 2 points away from the win. What is going to happen as we move into the next round? This is the 8th round.
Potentially match points for them. And now 5v5 round 8 we are in. ASG responded by taking 2 rounds for themselves. But can they take 3 more to tie things out potentially? Can NATO Gaming keep up their mojo and not choke the whole thing? That's Ninja. HSD picks up 1. Grim Triad and cast 4s, and that's 3 down just like that. 2 left. Grim Trig is there. Trauma is there. Grim Trig is there. Trauma is there. Can both of them carry? Trauma takes out inside. That's a great way to start a clutch potentially. And now 4v2, ASG, they're on their toes. They know they're there. Information already given out now. Trick might run into the man. CX9, weapon in hand. Thundra for Rai. Our equipment bundle. Oh, Rai fighting 2-piece. Trick and Trauma, and the last 2 hopes for ASG are gone. Match points round. We are in. And we are past that, for this might be the potential round if ASG doesn't respond in their favor.
Well, that's very much highly in doubt right now, because the player that gets all the way to 6 and they need 1 point to close it, they're going to come with everything they have. You expect that that's going to happen as NATO Gaming goes into the 9th round right here, which is potentially the round that they need to close it. Of course, Ninja is going in for the early plant. Wise thing to do. What do you expect? Numbers locked in for them, but then they're not taking any chances. Ninja is going to go ahead and plant that too right now. Only Trig and Trauma is left. Trig and Trauma, we'll be expecting Trauma to be dealt right here. It's going to be in reverse. Trig back there, trying to steal a kill. Making a 2v2. How did that just happen? Ooh. How did that just happen? 2v2. Ooh. It is balanced in terms of play counts right now. Tension on both sides. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
My goodness. Oh my
extending
goodness.
all the way. They have all the time in the world to go ahead and diffuse that. Where was this action from the start of the match? And right now, where was this energy when the match started? Yeah, you're all the way slacking behind. Hopefully we're going to see a leveled playing field soon. But then they have a lot of work to do. 3 points ahead. 3 points behind of NATO Gaming as we move into the 10th round right now. Trig picking that spot. Doesn't find any player, gets sent away. NATO Gaming is coming with everything they have right now. But then that happened earlier, but somehow they were able to, somehow they choked it. This happened earlier, and we're on to a 3v3. And a lot of drama seems to be unfolding here that we did not expect is going to go ahead and happen. Another early plant, but the early plant didn't save them earlier because we saw Ninja go ahead and plant, but somehow they came all the way from behind the ASG team and stole that round from them. Would that be happening again? We're on to a 2v1 situation, but no NATO said, and they have it. 7-3 it is after that very, very intense match. And NATO Gaming have their very beautiful emblem, beautiful insignia stamped on the S&D map back at Coastal.
I guess we have the final team now. The final team for the African Pro Series is NATO Gaming, guys. 8 teams have now locked their place in the African Pro Series. The qualifiers are done and dusted. And now we are seeing the 8 teams, of course, production, if you will, the 8 teams that are going to the African Pro Series. We, before that though, the stats right now, look at the stats here. We can see Ninja 160 impact, 11 bomb, 10 for insight, right 8, and of course on the other side, Trauma and Trig, the 2 horsemen that actually carried ASG well.
Carried the team, of course.
Honestly, because the Trauma man, the man has the highest impact, Trig bagging the MVP. 2 of them carried.
They carried excellently well, and that's what you expect. You know, you have to be able to go ahead and show your quality on the field of play. And Trauma did that excellently well for the team, but unluckily for them. Usually you're going to say luckily, but then we're speaking about ASG, and they seem to have been very unlucky in that match. And yes, we're seeing the qualified teams, the 8 qualified teams that will be advancing. On top, I'm going to take the first 4 and leave the other 4 for Black Mata. We have Match Other, we have Trinity, Paradox, and Series 7.
Of course, with the last 4 being from Group B, we have Eclipse Gaming, Cyclone Esports, who made a very strong impression on us tonight. N9 Esports, who showed us what grit was all about and tenacity was all about. And NATO Gaming, who showed us what aggression it was all about. And now we have the qualified 8 teams going to the African Pro Series. And don't forget, guys, the African Championship Circuit is sponsored by Our Sports Gaming, our sponsors who you just saw play. And now we have the 8 teams. And unfortunately, they are not among them, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure they'll be excited to see, the action as the teams advance, because the whole point is to see the best of the very best. So I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to see this team advance and ultimately the team that'll be going ahead to win, the series as we advance. But then we've come to the end tonight. We're waiting on, expect that the actions are going to be packed because this is like a selection stage. It's a filtering stage. So you should rest assured that the teams that are advancing are the best of the very best. So from now on, it is going to be extremely intense. I'm pretty sure that we can expect that moving forward. So yeah, more fun, more excitement, more chaos is coming your way. And we are going to be here to call it, of course.
We're gonna be here, man. It was an amazing time, Nonaga, casting with you, and of course, shout out to Sumi as well, who made an amazing presence there in the game too. Shout out to Kijo as well, our watch party hours, Carl himself, Mommy, which diehard. Shout out to you, Wimbroski, for always pushing out what we're doing, and of course, shout out to our sponsors for bringing us such an amazing event and granting me the opportunity to cast this event. And with that being said, that's going to be everything from me and Nonaga to you guys tonight. Nonaga, any final words before we close things off?
Well, grit is always important, tenacity, showing that you deserve what you want. It's not enough to say I want something. You have to show that you deserve that. And I think N9 is going to head to show us that tonight. I think we should take that home and take that into our personal life. Grit.
All right, guys, that's it. Good night. And I see you next time.